Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the show today. Very happy to have you all here with us. Hopefully, everyone had themselves a great weekend. Mine was quiet. I actually got to stay home. Wow, 2 days in a row. That is rare. But it is a gorgeous sunny day, even though there's a gigantic typhoon roaring somewhere down south. But it is a beautiful day, hot as hell. I can feel it through the air conditioning, and I got a half cup of lukewarm coffee. So that's the start. Nevertheless, we are going to be getting into a few things today. Of course, one of the big things to announce right off, if you don't know already, frickin' Spider Man. Basically a $1 billion weekend. Second largest movie weekend opening of all time, behind Endgame, oddly enough. And we know Endgame was, everyone got suckered into that. But however, the difference, even though Endgame, as time has gone by, people have come around to my initial opinion of it. Um, and hate the thing because it is an absolute disaster nightmare of a movie. However, Spider-Man is getting glowing reviews from everybody, including the people who I usually listen to. They're like, yeah, it's a solid movie, probably the second best one made of all time, with the first one being, of course, Tobey Maguire's second one with Doc Ock. That is the best one. So it's absolutely smashing it. It's good to see. And there's a lot of genuine love for this movie. It sounds like they just made a movie instead of getting all stupid. Which the unfortunate with that horrible trailer, but I guess it didn't matter because everybody's going to it. Nevertheless, hello there, Thundero and GOP. How you guys doing?
Hey, doing great. Just thought I'd stop by say hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes,
Hola. I wasn't expecting a G. I didn't notice it was. I figured it was Grimlock, but no, it's
Mhm.
GOP.
it's
What's
a
up, bro?
GOP. Yeah, the grand old party indeed. And there's a
There
Grimlock.
he is.
He's showing up. Yeah,
Well,
no.
he was probably watching. He's probably watching SummerSlam. That's probably what was going on. I
Oh,
was.
is it? So SummerSlam. Let me go over here, hit that like and share button. So SummerSlam's still going on, huh?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Any good headline title cards?
I don't know. It depends what you like, I guess. You had Cody and Punk for one of the titles. Roman and Rollins for the other title. That hasn't happened yet, though. You had Lesnar and the new guy Obafemi, who's an absolute monster. Lesnar put him over because Lesnar's almost 50, so he's about done.
Well, I mean,
Um,
it's his job.
yeah, and I mean, there's other than that, the most of the matches are just normal wrestling matches, to be honest. But they've had a couple good ones. Like the one that was just on was pretty good. It was Chad Gable and Penta, and it was a pretty good match for the IC title.
I see. Well, the only thing that really catches my ear out of everything you just said is CM Punk, who I hate. So
Well, he's still wrestling.
Already he's in the good graces of Maple Sheik tonight.
That's right. Yep.
He,
You're in good company with Maple Sheik. He can't stand him either.
he, 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 just because he hears that, he's probably going to spare you the tranny jokes tonight.
maybe that's okay. I'm thick-skinned. I can take it. Uh, what do I get those trendy jokes for? I said some of them kind of pass, and I told people that
Oh,
was the worst thing I could ever say. Yeah, I know GOP. I was trying to be nice. I usually play devil's advocate over here, and I was like, well, some kind of look like girls. I'm like, oh my God, don't say that on this channel.
hmm that was the big mistake.
That was.
All I heard is Chester wants to have sex with ladyboys. That's
See,
all I heard.
see.
Mhm. You opened that door, and they rammed it through.
We were no. It's too early for me to swear at you there, GOP. You're lucky. You're playing the game. I see. All right. I'm gonna let me write that down for
Too,
later. All right.
too early to too early to swear. What you got a time clock over there?
I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 6 minutes. He's got like 6 more minutes or something like that. Then he can swear at me.
The
Yeah, you got to
YouTube
give it 10
gets all
minutes
uppity.
for the algorithm, because
Oh yeah.
yeah. Anytime it seems that anytime a live stream or a video is uploaded, the algorithm is focused on you for 10 minutes or so, probably less. And then after that, it's just kind of scrubs it just kind of scans the whole thing.
So that's reason number 354 as to why I shouldn't have a YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, no, it's a pain in the ass. You don't want to bother with it. But nevertheless, hopefully everybody did. Did you guys have good weekends? Mine was
Yeah,
quiet. I was happy.
nice and quiet as well. That's how you like them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did any-
today's my first day off in weeks.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
anybody here go see the Spider-Man movie?
I almost
Nope.
did. I almost did. What day was it? Friday. But then the wife didn't feel like going, and I just decided it's fine. I'm not like super pressed. Almost did yesterday with Mr. Miracle and his wife and my wife, but I don't remember what happened. Basically, that didn't end up happening. And then we were gonna go today, but it was a literal hurricane out there. So I was like, we'll wait. We'll wait till the weather's nicer.
You get
Because
those
the
in
other problem.
Ohio?
Oh well, okay, not a literal hurricane. I was being facetious, but
A figurative
torrential,
hurricane.
yes, a torrential downpour,
Well, those
like
are called
sheets of rain,
derechos. That's what those are called.
sheets of rain falling down from the sky, or as Booster used to say all the time, it's pissing down. That's what he used to say to me.
A conceptual hurricane.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Anyway, so I didn't go, but we're probably gonna go sometime this week. It's been like crazy sold out everywhere, so yeah. I also don't like that. I mean, I don't mind going to a sold out one, but I think I'm at the point in my life where I just don't want to be around that many people. It doesn't interest me.
Yeah.
People don't interest me.
Well, you
My favorite times.
Go ahead, GOP.
I was saying my favorite times going to the theater are like when I used to go like the last show super late at night where no one was there, and then you're just like you're in the theater by yourself. It's great.
Yeah,
it's the best.
That is kind of fun.
Yeah, best way. Yeah.
I'm just not a big fan of Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I do acknowledge that the last film, because I did watch it, my wife wanted to, and it's a great kids family movie, and I don't have no problem with that. Spider-Man has always been that, but
Right.
I'm just not a fan of Tom Holland, and that trailer, but like I said, the critics that I watch, because I watch a variety of critics to kind of get a general understanding, right, of a movie.
Right.
And they're the type of critics that I like. I'm sure everybody's got their own critics, but they like it, so there it is.
From what I've heard a couple of different people say the same thing. That for the first time in any of these movies, the best thing in the movie is actually Tom Holland. Like he finally, well, maybe it's because he's not, a tiny little teenage boy anymore. He can actually give a little bit more manly energy because he's, a grown ass man with a wife. So maybe that helps. Maybe he's just grown up some. He's matured.
Sure.
And from what I've heard, is this a couple different people who I also, we share very similar outlooks, have said this feels like his first Spider-Man movie, which is good because I was real tired of Iron Boy.
Yeah, they set
movies.
that up.
I was
they
real
set
tired.
that up in the last movie. They did.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it's paying off. I just haven't heard many negatives. Everyone's like, yeah, it's a great, fun little movie. It's a good Spider-Man movie. The only negative, it's not even a negative, but the only thing I heard, and from several critics, is there's two movies in this movie. There's two.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
One is a great Spider-Man movie. The other one, not so much. So whatever that means.
Well, I watched a couple more in-depth reviews, but I'm not going to spoil anything.
Yeah,
but
I didn't watch any.
I get where they're coming from. I don't care about spoilers, so it doesn't affect me, especially for a movie I don't really care that much about. But it is Spider-Man, and I'll always be, a little Spidey boy at heart.
Yeah.
And in fairness to Tom, and it's not really him, but just in fairness to his run, none of his movies have been bad. Well, I can't say that. I didn't see the second one. I've never seen the Mysterio one. Never seen it.
No, I
But the
didn't see it
first
either.
one's fine. Especially Michael Keaton's Vulture is really good. The third one's really is one of the best Spider-Man movie ever made, in my opinion. But he gets carried big time by that all-star cast. And then, by all accounts, this one is just really good. Just a good movie. But regardless of being a good Spider-Man movie, it's a good movie, is what I've heard. And that's saying something for these movies because very often, especially with MCU tie-in ones, that's not the case. If you took it away and tried to make it its own thing, it would flounder. And I think we just said this last week, if I remember right. I'm pretty sure I did. One of the things that makes those original movies feel so much better is that they're good on their own. Right? The first Iron Man, the first Captain America.
Yeah.
I like the first Thor movie. I know a lot of people don't, but I do, even though his eyebrows are really off-putting. They're just good on their own. By themselves, stand alone, you can watch them, fine. And from what I've been told, even though there is a lot of, MCU tie-in stuff with this one is pretty good on its own as well. And because it's a lot of the stuff that he runs into, I mean, besides like the Hulk and the bad guy, who I won't spoil who it is, are just stuff Spider-Man would run into in his own stuff all the time anyway, right?
Yeah.
Like Scorpion and whatever. And that's nice. Please give me more of that. I would much rather... From what I understand, the best part of the movie is the part we all wanted, which is just him being Spider-Man for a while. Right? He's just out there beating up bad guys. There's a whole bunch of cameos, and they're just cameo appearances from some of his rogues gallery that they basically just show him taking them out, which I think is fine. And I think that's kind of what we all wanted. What happens, from what I understand, is the ending is a little bit shit. Not because it's necessarily bad on its own, it's bad in context, because it's bad for what it implies and what it means. Not for him, but
spoiler.
overall.
Spoiler.
Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. I think there's a way to make that fine, but we'll see. One of the biggest problems the MCU has had, and it's persisted, is they refuse to give females consequences. They refuse. No matter what they do, they always try to justify it, and it's
that's art mimicking life.
You're right.
Yeah, it's very frustrating to watch.
Well, and keep in mind, a lot of this movie is a subtle gateway to X-Men.
Yes.
And there are many little things that they've been doing at, of course, Comic-Con, even Gen Con, which we're going to talk about, in regards to them setting up. There's a lot of leaks. We have confirmations on who's going to be playing what character, at least one solid one. And this movie has a major X-Man, or, well, X-Girl, in it.
Yeah.
So it's this movie is being used as a vehicle for that as well, and it's always,
from what I've
cluttering
heard,
it up like that. It always brings a little bit down in some way or another. But this
usually it's the third act too, where it starts to, because it's just so much is on top of it. It's kind of hard to wrap everything up in a satisfying manner. From what I've heard, and I haven't seen it, so I don't know if it's true. Yes, that's true. One of the X-Men's in here, but they don't use the word mutant or mutate at all.
No.
And they're not allowed to. Sony's not, but I thought they were still working with Marvel directly, so I'm confused. Yeah, so I'm confused why they can't use that word. Why was Marvel like, no, you don't get to use that word. That's our word now.
Right.
Okay, that's just weird. Why did they can't?
I have an understanding that there's certain things in the movie that normally Sony couldn't do that Marvel let them do, if they allowed them to shield their new product in it. And I would love to know how Sony made a deal with Skydance to have Hulk in it, unless there's a roundabout thing that Marvel can allow them to do it because it's Mark Ruffalo. But I'm not sure because we know that Paramount still owns Hulk, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And they have to get deals for that. So I wonder what kind of deal was put together, because that's money.
Right? They might have a permanent license to use, or maybe not permanent, but a license to use Hulk.
Yeah.
Right. But not in his own film. So they can't make a full thing. They can only have him appear, basically.
Right. Well, and my point I'm trying to make is Marvel obviously gave them the green light with caveats. And
Yes.
I'll have to watch it to see because I'll be able to see, it's a nuance that most people wouldn't report on, right?
Right.
But obviously, Sony had to give up something or do something, because why would Sony just automatically agree beyond just trying to keep a copacetic relationship? Maybe I don't know, but because it sounds like to me, with Sadie Sink's character and of course Hulk and stuff, you're just muddying the waters.
Yep.
Why do we need all that? Right? He's got a storyline clearly that everyone's like, yeah, it's Spider-Man. And then of course they threw the Punisher in there. Is this the deal? Is that what they made the deal for because they wanted Punisher? Or is that another thing for Marvel? All right, we want Hulk. You're going to put Sadie Sink in there, and you got Punisher, and we'll let you do this other thing. I don't know.
Now, it's really impossible for Seth Rollins to not come out looking like a flaming faggot. It really is.
Seth Rollins.
Ah.
Holy
Oh, I see. He's watching the
fuck.
SummerSlam. Okay.
Yeah, I see his outfit too. It's something.
It's like he went to drag queen's
Comes out of
Goodwill before he
nowhere.
came in.
Well, I thought from what I
Great
understood,
value
his
drag queen.
storyline over the past few years.
No, he always dresses like that. It always looks like he got so. It always looks like he's wearing something Becky turned down as a gift.
Yeah, but isn't he supposed to be kind of the pro LGBTQ guy?
I don't know because I don't know what that dude's gimmick has been since he's left the Shield.
Oh, sounds kind of gay to me.
He just comes out babbling. He comes out babbling shit. Says stupid shit like he's a visionary and a revolutionary, and it's like, of what?
Well,
Gayness.
That's just gonna say that.
well, he is a team player, and he stays in kayfabe constantly. So
He
it's
does.
not his choice anyway. He's doing what he's told to do, and good
Oh
for
my
him.
god!
Dude,
I
if
got
it
a
is-
good look at it now.
You see what
It's like a goof. What a goof!
like everybody else has been doing tributes to Prince because it's in Minnesota and they've done the tasteful purple and shit. This motherfucker came out here looking like he's trying to be drag queen Cyndi Lauper.
Is this the Prince Mary Magdalene days? Is that what that is?
Well, no, well, they're doing SummerSlam in Minnesota, and a lot of the wrestlers have come out like with some sort of purple gear on in tribute to Prince. And here he comes, and it's like, dude, June was about a month ago.
Yeah,
Yep.
right. Well, I mean, the thing with Prince, if you're going to honor Prince, I mean, I respect Prince as a musician, as he's incredibly loyal to his fans, so I respect Prince, but I mean, come on, Prince is one of the most gay musicians we've ever had, ever.
Yes, but if we could show you what this faggot pranced down to the ring in,
You tell me it's more gay than Prince in general?
it's
Really?
yeah.
yes,
I would agree. It's
Alright.
it's beyond Liberace at this point.
Oh wow,
That's
an extreme.
Liberace at least had
That's pretty
taste.
Yeah, that's pretty extreme. Putting him on the Liberace scale. What the hell, man?
the Liberace scale.
Liberace would look-
Scale's name for gayness.
Can we make
Liberace would look at this. Liberace would look at this outfit and call him a faggot. That's how bad it is.
How gay is he on the Liberace scale?
It's so sad. Let me go show the Liberace scale for you.
That's hilarious.
Can we make that an official graphic?
It should.
And we have like the
be
Liberace
on.
scale, and you just like have you pop it up like whenever we get something that's
Yeah, I'm
really
not-
gay, and you have like
Let you guys can help me out. All right, you guys can help me.
Uh-oh.
So let's go ahead and bring it up and let you take a look at it here, and you help me choose. Okay, we're going to choose the cover art.
the
for
gayest Liberace
scale.
picture.
Which one is it? Which is the gayest?
Oh boy,
Liberace?
there's so many to choose.
I kind of want to go with this one. It's kind
I-
of
I-
good,
pretty
but I
good.
don't know that this right here. Is
The one below it, The one below the pink
Well,
one.
that's peak. All right, we'll go with that one. You're right.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
well, we gotta
No,
go
you're
like
right.
that's a 10 on the
No,
Liberace
you're right.
scale.
It is a 10 on the Liberace scale. So there you go. We'll leave that up for everybody.
And it's still less gay than what Seth Rollins is wearing.
Oh, incredibly gay. Now to be
You just
fair,
gotta.
fair with Liberace, because I saw him since I'm the oldest here, and I've seen him since I was little. He tried to hide it, kinda, sorta, for a while. And then he just gave up and said, "Screw it, it's the 7 days," and he did his thing. However, no matter how freakishly outlandish Liberace got, that is one of the greatest piano players that's ever lived. That guy,
Mhm.
not only was he an amazing piano player just in and of his own, he took that and he modernized classical music to such the point that it still survives today. Because at that time, classical music was on the floor. No one was listening to it. He literally revived an entire genre of music. So you got to give props to Liberace, dude. It is what it is.
Yeah,
Indeed.
I grew up. That's what I grew up with was classical music. That's all I pretty much listened to when I was really young. And then somehow, Chester, you go from that to hardcore gangster rap. I don't know. I don't know how we got there, but I was there.
Well, rap is
I believe the CIA was involved at some point.
In USA,
Possibly.
100% was funded something.
Well,
Have you
Or in
seen
this
that,
case-
Chester? How rap music's just fallen off completely? It's just gone
It
from
is
the
falling
top
off.
100
Mhm.
charts. Because
Yeah, but
USA
that
drives
was
up?
I would say that's kind of coincidental because it rap's been shit for the last 21 years. It's
It has.
It has.
I mean, like I know everybody. There's like two theories I see pointing around that one, and then the Woodstock '99 theory, which is complete bullshit.
Well, I think it's also
Hip hop has
homosexuality, to be honest with you.
hip hop has been on a huge decline since 2005, and it reached its absolute worst when the whole rap started. When they started the fucking Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Ice Spice bullshit, and it's all whole rap. Hip hop was very male centric at the beginning. There was females in there here and there, but it was a mostly male centric thing.
Yeah.
And just like
All
everything
great
else
art-
that was male centric that they have tried to force women into is gone to shit.
Yeah, no. They've gayed the hell out of it, dude. And then, of course, you have this stupid ass mumble rap, and you have, what is it, drumcore? Is that what they call it?
I'm very thankful for the
I don't know.
contributions to music that Future did by destroying, by helping so much to destroy the rap genre.
Yeah. Well, it's unfortunate because there was some interesting stuff there in the early years. And understand
There was.
that there's a distinct difference between hip hop, which came out in the early 80s, late 70s, and rap. There's a
Yep.
distinct difference. But even hip hop, it isn't what it used to be. It used to be all fun, and they love that word inclusive. It used to be very inclusive, right?
Chester,
Oh,
you
as a
know this,
culture,
I'm
it's
sure.
completely been destroyed.
Oh yeah.
It has. I'm sure you know this. You know how you get a lot of weirdo. Usually, it's not even black people. Usually, it's a bunch of white liberals who get mad if a white person gets dreads, right? Especially a white woman. She gets dreads in her hair, even though the Vikings were doing dreads forever.
Very
Well, the
illogical.
ancient Greeks.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, did you know, Chester, that you can probably trace rap battles back to the Norse because they used to do a thing called flighting, which is that's exactly what it was. It was a rap battle. I mean, they didn't call it that, but that's what it was. They had to rhyme at each other and insult each other over drinks.
Yeah,
And-
it was a tavern event.
Yeah. Yeah, straight up. They culturally appropriated us, Chester, is what I'm saying.
Well,
I'm tired of
find
it.
that most of the time that's the case.
It is the case because people are people and we share
nearly all the
everything, right?
Yeah.
Even modern hip hop and rap comes up out of country, well, more Western music. The old stuff, because
And
they
I
did a lot
personally
of that.
prefer Western over country any day of the week. I'm much rather
That's
listen to
true.
Western.
Yeah, no, I don't
Hear, hear.
disagree with that. Although country has been a steady top of the charts here in America for a very long time. But yeah, no,
Well, it's just
it
most
is
of
in
it's just
trouble.
Southern pop nowadays. It's
Well-
just pop music with a little bit of a twang to it.
Well, let me go bring Liberace up here and give him some company.
Uh-oh.
Oh God, Jesus, Liberace, Jesus.
So where would you put Elton John on the Liberace scale? Would you put him at like an 8 or a 9?
He's a 6.
He's only a 6. Wow.
I'd give him a 7. I'll tell you why. Because he's one of the most stable gay men you've ever met.
Yeah,
you've ever
but
seen.
he wasn't going for the gay though.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's not doing all the nonsense. He's just, you know what? I like penis and I like to make music. All right.
Here,
All right.
This is the. inside
I'm
of the
quoting
house.
that from Sundaro out of context.
Yeah.
Just
Let's take a look here. A black man with
Oh, boy.
dreads. Okay, thank you.
I'm going to point out that the philologist misspelled multiple words in that search.
He does that.
It's this keyboard. I need to replace it. It's doubling letters. It hates K now. It won't use the K. It's just the way it is. All right, I could pick any one of them here, but I don't know. Let's just pick here. Let's go with this one. This is very modern. A black man. Okay, this one is he's trying to be normie here. Okay, so we got Liberace.
Yeah.
We got this guy. Now, if you watch what they do with these dreads, they're skinny as hell, most of them, right? They got their pants down around their knees, which is in prison a way you tell others that you're a homosexual, right? So why they do this?
You would
I
like
don't
to engage in homosexual activity.
Well,
that's
what
correct.
it's
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
But just look at this look that this kid's got going on, and he's not unique. It's so gay, dude. It's
Yep.
so gay. And I mean that in both meanings of the word, both lame and homosexual.
That's right.
But I mean, look how gay it is, dude. I mean, they're just not cool. Even though they're, okay, girls might like that, but you just look gay, dude. Look at all this gay stuff.
I would say the way that it looks best is when they pull it
So
back.
gay.
When you get the pullback kind, you know what I'm
Look at
talking
this
about?
kid.
They put it in that bun
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
I think that's when it looks best on anybody.
This
I
I think
do
if you
agree
look
that
this
Little
super
Wayne
gay
is
thing,
incredibly gay.
it's super gay. That's my opinion. I think it just looks super gay. But what do you think of your people's gay fashion statements? Look at how gay this is, dude. GOP. That was your
Oh,
cue.
wait, what did you say? Oh,
I-
sorry. You cut off like on my end, so I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I said that I was asking GOP why his people are so gay. I mean, not GOP, sorry. Grimlock.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Now,
You know,
wait a
I miss-
minute.
Look how gay
You know
this
what? Yeah. Well, you know what? I do think the afro was at least a much better style. Like I would give them credit for the afro.
Oh no, Afro. Well, Afro has.
It's not even that. All those gay highlights they put in their hair now. Like
Yeah,
there's
it's
plenty of these that were dreads, and it looked great.
Once
And
again,
then-
misspelling the word
it's
afro.
the keyboard, dude. Stop it. Although I think a woman looks better in an afro than a man. Yeah, I think that's super gay. Look how gay that is. It's super gay.
Yeah, like
That
they
right
did,
there
like,
is
almost-
tasteful. I like that.
they did almost like a Pac-Man thing in the last one. You know, just got the
Yeah.
one slice out of it. That would be perfect.
Yeah.
If I saw someone make like a full Pac-Man out of their afro, they get so many points from me.
They would. But I don't know. I personally, Grimlock, I feel a lot of gay black culture has become very gay. I know that. The women in particular, there's just huge mammoth amounts of homosexuality going on with the females. But I guess I kind of understand what that is. But can you explain, please?
Let's
Yes,
look at the
everybody who always talks about how much better the world would be under a matriarchy. There's your evidence. You want it?
The mama syndrome. Yeah.
You still want a matriarchal society, people?
No, of course you
You
do.
fag libtards, is that what you want? Because it's already here,
Yeah, it
and it's
is.
turned an entire community to shit. It is Chester. I'll tell you, I'll just say this: it's not even a black or a white thing. It, if you're a decent human being and you go back and you look at black people in the '60s, the '70s, '80s, or '90s, whether it was on Soul Train or in the movies or whatever, and you just look at how you could literally see the standards just degrade over time.
Oh yeah.
How they went, how all like you could turn on an old episode of Soul Train, and all the performers are in nice outfits. Their hair is, regardless of the hairstyle,
A lot of
it's neat.
suits.
It's kept. It looks like they gave a shit.
Oh yeah.
They had a standard,
And very manly,
and it's
even though they
only
might have a kind of a loud outfit on. It was the way they moved
yeah,
was very male. Yeah.
Yeah.
and that standard has long been gone.
Yeah.
It is
Well, I
been
mean, what do you expect when you have the government come in and be like, "Hey, if you don't have a father figure in the house, we're gonna pay you." And look at what
well,
happened.
it's not just the government. It was Marxism because everybody doesn't want to believe this, but there's two places that the Marxists went when they came to America. The first place was Hollywood because, whether people want to hear it or not, Marxism came from Jews, and Hollywood started with Jews, so they went to their people first. And when they got done with them, they went to the niggers and infested them with their bullshit.
They did badly. And Alan is making trouble already. All right, Alan. I see you. Yeah, I really need to replace this keyboard.
Yeah, because we're just gonna keep giving you crap until you do.
I know.
Yep.
I don't know what happened to
Well,
it, but it
Alan,
is old, so I'll just have to replace it.
the Jamaican dreads was, it was part of their culture. It is something that they take care of. These young dudes, they don't take care of shit, man.
Yeah,
I
but
see it. I used to see it all the time. Like you'll see a dude with a $1,500 iPhone, and it just looks raggedy as shit. It's like, dude, at least put a fucking screen protector on this shit. What the fuck are you doing?
yeah, well, anthropological slight coming in. You do
Uh-oh.
realize, even though they go on and on about it, Black Africa is actually not dreadlocks are not cultural to them at all. They pick that up
No, it's
from
just
other peoples. If
it's
you go back
all
and look
humans
at
can do
all the
dreadlocks. Just
yeah, but if you look at all the imagery and art that we have from before cameras, which cameras are 200 years old, but there's never ever been a sighting of a dreadlock. Matter of fact, nearly 100% of all art of African peoples, and they didn't say they're all the same. They understood the difference, right? These Europeans and Muslims and Spanish in particular. Pretty much all of them were bald.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's easier.
because you could, well, in Africa, hair with their fucking heat, that's hair was
Shit
just not
over
a
there.
good idea.
No bugs, and it was easier to maintain. Just like if you're living in an unsanitary situation and you got lice, which is a problem, you get rid of hair. It's pretty normal. That's why the military had crew cuts for so long, right?
Hmm.
But I'm just
That's
saying,
right.
all this nonsense that it's cultural appropriation is complete and utter bullshit. Of course, that word doesn't make any sense because that's what humans do anyway. But if you go back and look, which I, of course, have done, there is no dreadlocking or even corn rolling that is coming out of their interaction with Western people. And with Western people, those things have pretty much gone out of fashion. But there were points in history where you would see a lot, particularly with men, not women, in all across Europe, particularly with the Celts, the corn roll, which is what yeah, I don't know who came up with that term, but that actually was far more common than dreads. Actually,
Mhm.
a lot of men
Right.
kept their hair like that. especially blue collar type.
That's just easier.
Yeah.
Nice and easy. And well, if you're living in a colder climate, you don't want to have a shaved head all year round. That's you're gonna get real cold on top of your dome.
True. Yeah, but I mean, because they would bathe every day, but they wouldn't necessarily wash their hair fully every day. Matter of fact, you really shouldn't, but I can't
I
stand it
don't.
too. I can't
Maybe
stand it.
maybe once or twice a week. Because if I do, my hair gets real dry. If I
Oh, yeah.
wash it too much, it dries out like crazy. So I like it to have a nice little natural oil in it. It feels
Yeah,
better,
give
and
it
it's
an
easier to
hour,
do.
and it's oiled up.
It's easier to do, right? It's easier to actually style when it's got a little
Oh, yeah, no,
weight.
that's
Because
true.
I have
That is true.
when my hair is clean, it's real. I have real like crazy volume. I actually showed Grimlock and the boys a picture of because my new car has a sunroof,
Mhm.
and my hair is kind of long right now. I need to do something with it, and I have my sunroof open, and it does these funny things to my hair, right? Because it just sucks my hair straight up into the air. So my hair was out here looking all fluffy, like it was an 80s rock band hair, and that's only happens when it's really clean. Like if I just cleaned it because it's lighter, but it does that fairly naturally when it's clean. I hate it when it's clean because I can't get it to do anything. It's just a mess. Just a mess of
He
damn
was looking
hair.
like Michael Hayes.
Yeah.
Chester, he was looking like P.S. Hayes.
Oh, really? Really?
He was
So,
singing
dude.
Bad Street USA. Don't let him lie to you.
Oh, okay. All right. I actually drove a convertible this weekend. First time in a very
Nice.
long time. I have a moonroof in my car, but I don't have a full-on convertible. But one of my
Mhm.
friends bought because you can get them here in Japan. You can get right-hand drive Corvettes. He bought a Z06, I think it is. Yeah,
Nice.
Z06. And he brought it by to gloat, the bastard.
That's a C8.
Yeah, it's C8. Yeah, yeah. And I gave that thing a ride, and I took it around with the. It's a Spider version, so it's got a soft top, and it was a beautiful day out on Sunday, and I took that thing out. Dude, those things are fast, fast.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And they put it all on the ground too, all on the ground. Usually old Corvette, because I've driven Corvettes before, and you have to really not be a good driver not to spin those tires, right? Which I guess
Yep.
is kind of the fun of the old ones. But now with it's just like my car. That car, you can't. It doesn't ever. I have to work real hard to get some tire spin or some jittering on the Civic because it doesn't want to do. It wants to go straight. The new C8's like that, dude. Holy shit, that thing is fast, man.
Yeah, it's crazy what we've honestly in the last I don't know couple decades here they've really locked in on propulsion for the cars.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy how fast they get up to speed now.
Traction and such.
In seconds they're getting up there. It's crazy.
Well, the new model year, it's not a Z06. It's something else. It's the new one they have, and
Mhm.
dude, it's faster than everything.
Yeah.
It's like nothing faster than it. I mean, Chevy is having a heyday, dude.
I love it.
I
I
mean,
want one.
I appreciate
it's
the
awesome.
technology of it, but
Yeah,
I do not like the current C8.
you don't like
I
it?
want
I
one in
like
red.
it. It's not.
No,
Very
I
colored
get why
one.
you don't though,
okay, tell me why not. Because
because it doesn't look
let
like
me see.
Corvette. It doesn't look like Corvette. It looks like a Ferrari.
It
See,
does. Yeah.
Chester, that's why you're my fucking friend.
Yeah.
See, that's why you're my fucking friend. See, right there, because you actually got it.
Yeah, no, I drove it. I drove it
That is
yesterday, dude.
that has been what bothers me about the C8, and I couldn't put my finger on it until I saw it in red
Yeah.
because I've
It
seen a
looks like
bunch
a
of black
Ferrari.
ones, but I was coming out of work one day and down the street on the way out of work, somebody had a red C8, and it hit me. I said, "That's why I don't like it. It doesn't look American. It
No,
looks
it's not.
Italian."
It's mid
And
engine as well.
and Corvette, is considered part. When you talk about Americana, you talk about the Corvette,
Sure.
and it does not feel American.
Yeah,
From the
particularly like the
looks.
C3, C4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Chester, check General.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm telling you what, Grimlock, I was doing everything I could to throw that tail out, and I couldn't.
Oh yeah, because it's that mid-engine, all the weight spat is towards the rear wheels. Good luck getting it to kick out like you used to.
Thank you.
The
Perfect.
Liberace.
Liberace scale. We're gonna save that one and keep that right there. I'm gonna keep that right there. The Liberace scale. It's hard to beat the Liberace scale. Let's be fair.
It's a
But
good one. It's a
but
good
yeah,
one.
no, I get why you don't like it, Grimlock. But as far as just pure performance and speed, it's a beast.
Yeah.
Beast.
When was the last time they had the trademark lights on there? It's been a
Yeah,
while. It's been a
Been a
while,
while.
and I think that to me is when they stopped looking like Corvettes. I still think they look good. I like
With
them.
the pop-up lights,
Yeah, the pop-ups and the round ass light.
it stopped. Well, the round lights stopped. All of that's the round lights stopped with the C7. The
Mhm.
pop-up stopped with the C6.
Yeah.
And they went over to LEDs.
But even then, I'd still own one. But I agree. I think I much prefer
Yeah.
the older ones. But I prefer the older looking cars. Period. In every car that ever existed,
Oh, yeah.
ever. And it seems the farther back you go, the better they get. Except, I mean, not all the way back, I guess. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy when you go back and look at some of these cars that they had in like the 20s and the 30s. How nice they looked on the outside. Like, oh my god.
Well, I owned one of these. I owned a C6 Corvette.
Yep.
In this color here, black.
Nice.
But I mean, it's Corvette. It's fast, but I kind of hated it, dude. I didn't keep it very long. Got rid of it.
Wasn't a fan, huh?
No. I mean, it is a Corvette, so it's got speed, but it just is a absolute mess with handling. I mean, and I live in a place that has a lot of windy mountain roads, and I can drive it, but it's really hard to get on it because it just wants to go out from under you. It's like I used to own a Shelby Cobra way back, and that thing just wants you dead.
Yeah.
I mean, like the Viper,
Oh,
it's the same way.
That C606 was a monster when it came out.
Oh, they're powerful. I'm not saying it isn't. That's not my complaint. My complaint is it just has no control to it. Whereas the new C8 is nothing but control. It's
Yeah.
like I said, I tried to throw the tail out of that thing, I couldn't. Whereas my C6, I had this like 20 years ago. My Z6, I mean my C6, it just constantly you had to really be careful driving that thing, dude. And I wouldn't let my wife touch it. Of course, it's got a stick, which that's the best way to get her not to drive it. But well, we have our tactics, don't we? But yeah, I didn't care for it. Whereas the new C8, I'm pretty sure it was I think it was a Z06, yeah. Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Let's see if they had his color. Oh, here we go.
What color do you have?
This one.
Well, that's not bad. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I like that color.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about it either. We got this one, a bad, horrible driver. Oh, what did I do? That was weird. Let me do it again.
Hypersonic gray, huh? Interesting.
Yeah, this right here is what I drove yesterday, and whew, boy.
See, if it wasn't a vet, I think I'd like it even more. I think I'd like it a lot more. But the fact that it is, there's a lot associated with that name, right?
Yeah,
I like the way it looks.
Yeah, it's true.
Like if that was a McLaren or Celine, it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I get you. It's a European car, and they even admit that's what they were going after. The cool thing about over here, because they do sell Corvettes in Japan, and I have thought about getting one, because for the value, dude, this is a monster. But they actually make them here in Japan right-hand drive for us,
Mm.
so that's kind of nice. I drove a right-hand drive one, and I scared the shit out of my friend. I was like, "You're the one that gave me the keys." I don't know why they do that. I've driven because he has a Lotus, which I drove that as well. That he's a rich guy, obviously.
It
But
sounds like it. Yeah.
yeah, he loves sports cars, which I get. Me too. But he's an old man. Most of the guys here I know who have money and buy cars because they like them, they just don't drive them, and then they let me drive them, and they're screaming and shit like that. I'm like, relax. Car's meant to be driven because I get on a car. I don't know if you would have expected that out of me, GOP.
I don't know. That's I don't know what to expect from you half the time.
Hmm. Okay.
Puzzle wrapped in an enigma, laying on a mystery. That's Chester.
That's right.
Wrapped in bacon.
Hopefully.
Just call me a mystery. That's my new nickname.
Oh boy, listen to him.
Jeez.
Yeah. I don't know why that made me think of that new AI series going on called Pomegranate from Gossip Goblins. You
Oh,
guys watch that?
I haven't watched it, but I heard about it.
Yeah, it's great.
Is it actually really good?
Yeah, I love it.
Or
Yeah.
is
No,
Oh
I
wow,
love it.
okay.
It's very, very, very British. Okay. But
And all that implies?
well, here's the thing. I of course was talking. That conversation came up with the artist on the Thursday show, which it does every week because they're losing their shit over AI. I get it. I get it. They're all a bunch of artists. I understand. I've told them several times though, you need to get on the ground floor of this and learn it
Mhm.
because the people who are going to be able to code and control AI are going to make money,
Mhm.
right? But they just want to be angsty. However, the thing about AI, because like, oh, it'll never look right, dude. It already does.
Yeah, it's
It
so much
already
better than
does.
it was even like a few months ago.
Not even like a month ago. Yeah. And this
Yeah.
pomegranate series is a perfect example. It's all AI, and you know it's AI because of what they're doing with it, but it doesn't have any of those quirks, weird movements out of nowhere, weird mouth movement. It's clean,
Mhm.
clean, clean. But here's the thing with it. And this is a weird thing, and I said this and they got very upset with me. But when you're animating something, and of course CGI is about creating frame models and framework models, like with Blender, for instance,
Mhm.
and then it's like stop motion, really, is what CGI is, right?
Yeah.
And what AI is more like animation. It's much more frame to frame type of scaling. And the thing is, and this is what upset them. You can do more with AI than you can with CGI or even animation because it happens so quickly that they are so ambitious with the weird stuff they're doing that an animator would
Mhm.
take 30 years to do, right?
Yeah.
And it stands out as like, wow, look at because you with pomegranate is a good example, and that human the was it called the sixth human cycle or what? There's a few of them. Um, what they're doing with that in a single frame or just a single minute of movement in their scene, they are creating gigantic cosmology, right? Because of
Mhm.
everything that's happening around it. Where an animator has to check themselves because there's a time scale problem. Whereas AI does it in a less than a minute, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, AI, what they're able to do with it, it just blows everything out of the water. And CGI, it's very limiting and it's time consuming. Where AI, it's just if you're not using AI in your movies and stuff going forward, what's wrong with you? Because my goodness, dude,
Mhm.
that's your cue, GOP,
Like
because you're the AI guy.
I am the AI guy. That is true. Yeah, like even if you don't want to replace certain things, having it as a supplemental for certain sorts of shots is just a no-brainer.
Yeah.
There's a lot of just tedious stuff that seems to like drain people's budgets if they're working on any sort of CGI or animation. And it's like, why not? Why are you not using this new technology that makes it so you have access to something that can speed up your whole process and make it cheaper? Like
Right.
it's, I don't
Yeah.
know.
And you can do more with it. You can do more with it.
Yeah.
And they were like, "No, you do anything with it." I'm like, "No, dude, you can do more with it." And it's just like, see if I find a good scene to give an example here. I'd suggest you go watch it though. There are a few of them are really, really good. But this one right here, let me go with that first one, I guess. It's probably going to be better. But this pomegranate from Gossip Goblin, which is kind of it's a anthology of little stories surrounded about this one guy and his job. He owns like a experience shop, and he'll plug you in and give
Yeah.
you all
I
kinds
have
of
seen that.
experiences. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, this isn't super clear, but it, of course, if you go watch the video, it is. But here you have this kind of mutant, creature. But they look at the background. Look at it. Look at how
Mhm.
much they can do. How long would that take an animator or a CGI guy? It would take forever. And,
Yeah.
you know, and you can explain this better than I can, GOP, but one of the things that has evolved best, I think, with as far as my interaction with AI, in an artistic way, is
Mhm.
you can very easily now take an image or an idea and carry it along with all the work you're doing. Whereas before, when it first started, it was hard to do. But now you can take this theme of this world that you're creating little by little, which I'm sure is what they did first, and you can carry it along with all the other AI work you're doing. It just you
Yeah.
create the aesthetic, and everything you create after that with the AI, it keeps it and it integrates it, and it's doing it quite
Yes.
smoothly now.
Yeah. There's because there wasn't a lot of issues in the past
Yeah,
with,
there was.
let's say you have a particular character image, right, and you wanna create something,
Right.
other images with that character. It did used to have a lot of problems with like getting it consistent, but that's not really with the better models that are out there. It's not really an issue nowadays. Like that's mostly been solved. Um, and if you do happen to get those rare instances where you know something messed up, you can always just reset the generation.
Or I've actually seen some of the software. You can actually go in with your mouse or a stylus, and you can circle the area of the problem area and fix just that.
Oh yeah, that's been
Yeah,
around for a long time too. It
yeah.
depends on
Well,
what sort of tools you're using.
do keep in mind a year is not a long time.
In this
In this
field,
world, it is. It's
it's like
forever.
a
Yeah, I
decade.
know. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Alan, uh, perfect example, Alan. You're at Trust City, right? If you take all of your panels and all of your art for Atro City, which you must have, 1,000 separate panels by now or imagery, right? Because you've done several of them now. If you take all that, feed all that into the AI, then you can go in there and animate and control and manipulate your own creations. Dude, that would be badass, man. Matter of fact, you
Mhm.
should look into doing that, Alan, just for fun. Make like a 1 minute clip, dude, of one of your scenes, man. Seriously.
Um, yeah, if you want to, I would recommend using the newest models like Seed Dance 2.5 is probably the best if you want something that's like if you want something that's going to feel like a film and not just feel like either just um one like image that's just or one shot that's just on a single character.
Yeah.
But if you want something more shot to shot consistent, then yeah, I would go with Seed Dance. It's just the
Remember
best thing that's out there right now.
remember years ago the trailer came out for Beyond Good and Evil 2?
Mhm.
You remember? And of course, that has a lot of anthropomorphic characters in it, right? Chimpanzee being particular and a pig guy. And
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Oh, it looks so good," which it did look great. Now, all who knows? how many months they put in to just create that trailer, because that's a shitload of work, right?
Mhm.
You could take that trailer, feed it into the AI, and then go on and use all that aesthetic from that one trailer and make a full-on movie now. Yeah.
That's true. And I mean, with some of the models that are out there, getting back into like CDNs, because they have an audio model too that is really good for if you want to input audio into the scene, and have it like match up. So let's say you generate the original video, and then but you don't like the kind of AI sounding voices because they still have that problem. They're not as good with audio yet. Um, but you can't. I've heard people, they'll upload their own voice inputs and then timestamp where everything is supposed to be said. Like, you have a lot of control, right? Um, and it just sounds so much better. Just
It does.
just
Oh yeah.
way better. You can, if you know how to use the tools well, you can do some incredible stuff.
Yeah, dude. And Gossip Goblin with this pomegranate is a good example of what they're doing right now, right?
Mhm.
But the voice thing, to be fair, they had that perfected years ago, and it's just been integrated so well. Um, I know this is maybe a little off topic for the other two guys here, but it's just amazing. I know the artists are upset with me for having any support whatsoever for this, but dude, you
He'll
guys
be
need
all
to
right.
get on board, man.
Well, it's kind of like there's a digital art didn't kill
Animator.
the value of like it basically, for something hand painted, there's going to be a value for an artist who can do that sort of stuff,
Sure.
but it's more artisanal, like
That's true.
in literally it's
Well, more boutique. But here's a
yeah, more
question though.
boutique.
Do you think I think animators will survive and do their thing because of what we just said. But I think CGI will be lost. I think it'll be lost.
um I do think you might have people who specialize in cleaning up the CGI a bit. Like, let's say if there's something that needed to be adjusted and they're specialized in that.
Mhm.
But CGI is like a very specific, um what would it be, like a very specific skill set where you need to the technical level of CGI. Yeah, I
It's
think a
great.
lot of that will be lost.
I think it will
Yeah.
be because, like I said, AI, the animation and we're getting is much more like an animator, cell to cell, whereas
Yeah.
CGI is more of a video game. Really, is kind of what it is. But I've actually worked with CGI with Blender and Unity, and just for fun, I was trying to understand the technology. I created a farmhouse and the field and the area around it, right? And
Yeah.
using Blender in conjunction with Unity. I tried to work on the Unreal as well, but I didn't get as far on that. But it is cool what you could do, but it's time consuming, man.
hmm And I will say, with now, if you know how to use tools properly with your AI, whatever you're using. I like to use Claude Code, but I played around with Codex, and I haven't really played around with the new models from uh, like the new Grok model, or
Right.
well, I think it's combined with Cursor now. But like, I haven't really played around with the new ones from them yet. I will eventually. Um, but I found that while I'm still impressed what it can do even without extra tools, if you give it access to certain tools for whatever you're doing, the right kind of tools, it'll just blow you away on what you can do with that tool, depending on your use case, right? So
Hmm.
if I'm making a game with 3D assets, and if I just throw the LLM out there, and just say, "Hey, make this," without giving it any extra tools, it'll still come up with something interesting, but it's going to be very rudimentary on like
Yeah.
the shapes of things.
Claude is really killing it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
ChatGPT is still. I think they dropped the chat. To be honest with you, I think it's just GPT now. But it's still kind of leading the pack in that regard. But as far as making art and stuff, you think Dance 2 is the best?
If I was going to be making a movie with AI,
Mhm.
I would use Dance 2.5. As things currently stand, I don't think any of the other models come close compared to Dance 2.5 right now. Things change all the time, but it's a very different feel. Like when I'm making stuff in using like ChatGPT's or video generator or Grok's video generator, right? That's fine if I want to have like a character just looking at the camera or just like in a stationary spot, kind of, delivering a line.
Mhm.
If I want to have effects in the environment and that sort of stuff. But if I want like a lot of movement and action and just a much more dynamic scene, I'm not using those
Well,
because they're not good at that.
have you tried DAL E3?
DALL-E 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've tried because that's DALL-E 3 is Gemini, right? It's it's the
I just found it really easy to use.
I think. Yeah, DALL-E 3 is Gemini. I get them confused sometimes.
Well,
I've used DALL-E 3.
It's all open AI anyway, so.
Yeah. Let me.
Thank you, Lord. We were spared from having to break out the Liberace scale twice.
Hey,
Right. Yeah. Oh no! They're Nano Banana. Oh, then which one's DALL-E 3? I'm. DALL-E 3 is ChatGPT, right? I'm sorry. I've used these so many times I forget which one's which though.
I think I just know it as being OpenAI.
Yeah. Okay. It is OpenAI.
Yeah. Anyway, you're right, Grimlocky. That was to get off the conversation, guys. All right, fine.
Yeah, no,
Yep, sorry.
I'm enjoying. No, I enjoy the AI conversation. As you know, I've been pro AI, and I know a lot of artists that get pissy about it. But look, if I could say one more thing for the artist, to maybe white pill them. Think about this, because somebody had mentioned this, and I had to think about it. If you look at like the music industry, for example, the tools to replace a musician has been there since 1970.
Oh yeah.
Whether it's
100%.
drum machines or drum machines, synthesizers, all the digital recording programs and auto tune and all of this stuff. And look, man, people are still going out to see artists. Dude, I am freaking trying to figure out a way to go to Atlanta to see AC/DC at the end of the month.
You should.
People still want to see musicians. They still want art. There's going to be people who's going to like the AI stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm saying this because I'm a nerd first and foremost. There's nothing cooler than when you go to a con and you can go down Artist Alley and you can see an artist that you like, or maybe an artist you never heard of, and throw $50 their way, and you walk out with something unique. You walk out with a drawing that this guy drew this for me at Artist Alley. Nobody else has this.
Well, it is
exactly
the dopamine hit. Yeah.
Yeah. There are going to be, even if you have like a lot more AI and robotics automation and that sort of stuff down the line. But how far down the line we'll see. But even with all that, though, there's still going to be professions and other things like that where people just have a preference for human interaction, right?
Yeah. Now that's true. Of course, that's true. But one of the arguments that the artists keep giving me over and over again is that they're just stealing all the content on the internet to do it. It's all plagiarism. And
I have a good counter argument for that, since you actually mentioned it earlier.
Yeah,
That was the same argument used with hip hop 40 years ago.
sure.
That was the same argument
People make that
when
argument every
sampling
time something new comes. Yeah.
when sampling started to become a thing. That was the argument. These guys have no talent. They're just stealing other people's work and other people's music. And you could make that argument, but on the other side of the argument, I think it takes a talent and a hell of an ear for music
Oh yeah.
where you can hear 3 seconds of a song and say, I can make something with that 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And
No, I have
true,
no
and
problem.
also, yeah, and you could say, because I've heard plenty of AI music, and just because you can make something doesn't mean it's going to be good. Because I've heard some good AI music, like people who clearly know what they're doing and can actually craft a good song.
Oh, yes.
But there's a lot of bad AI music out there. There's just people who
Oh, yeah.
who just don't have a natural ear, a natural talent to like
Yeah.
pick out what is good, and
Right.
how a song should sound, and how it, certain aspects, how they behave, how lyrics should flow. That seems to be one of the big ones.
No, yeah.
Whenever,
You could tell people who are actual writers. Like there's certain channels like you said I listen to like Almost Vinyl. Some of the songs on Almost Vinyl, a lot of them are are satirical in nature. But there are certain songs on that channel like, wow, this is unironically just a good song.
Yeah, I've seen a
yeah,
few of those too. And it's the same thing with musicians as it is with the artist. You got to get on board with it because it's, as Alan seems to be, because it could actually help you. It could actually be very beneficial. What I said at City, he could do that right now. He could take
well,
his
you could,
channels, he could
yeah,
educate his own AI, which is what you do, on your cosmology, and then go. It's really cool, dude.
And and as Hal mentioned in the chat, I think this is the best argument for artists with AI. You don't have to be a slave to no studio. There's nobody who's gonna take your work, and because you signed off on a contract, the people who took over your work is gonna have more creative control with your creations than you. I think to me, if you was an artist, I think that would be the biggest, to be the most freeing thing imaginable. That now you have an avenue to bring your stuff to a bigger audience without having to forfeit your creations.
If you
well, do
think
you
you're going to
think?
be able to cut the middleman out, you're out of your mind. Those
Well,
guys are
actually,
just grossly.
I'm not saying completely, but if you look
changing
at
them
like
now.
if you look at the last 10 to 15 years, like I don't know if you've heard of that this thing, Amazing Digital Circus, that started strictly on YouTube,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that thing it has a
well, it's
huge
like back
following.
rooms, but now the
Yeah,
algorithm,
that,
meaning the corporates in Hollywood, have control of that now. They
yeah,
know better.
they're well, that's because they're looking now. They
They are.
wasn't looking,
Yeah. Well, and another thing to keep in mind with all this, with the
but
complaints that I'm
just because
hearing.
they're looking doesn't mean you have to give it to them.
Yeah, well, that's a tough road to fight, especially if you're
yeah,
creative.
That's
But
true.
the one thing that I would say to all that is every human thing is copy paste. Everything.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, what are you talking about?
Do you think we could end up with a something akin to how like Spotify was an answer to the music industry and the changing technology, right? Something like that, but
Promote yourself.
more for artists.
That's what I'm saying you
Where
need to
it's
do. Get on board with it, make your own creation,
you get
and
like
market it.
people post their art, but it's a yeah, like, and I don't know if it would look exactly like Spotify, but I feel like what you might see in response to AI becoming more and more prevalent is
Well,
for artists of very specific art styles finding a way to even if they're not going to be making as much per piece of art, but maybe developing their own unique art styles and having that be the product, the
that could
style
be.
itself.
Sure, the style itself. But keep in mind that we're going to very, very soon, and this is based on what Elon has said as well, and we know what he's doing.
Mhm.
You're going to need AI to sort through all the shit that people are going to be creating. There's going to be billions of things people are going to be throwing onto the internet, dude. Billions,
Yeah,
right? And you're going to need AI just to sort through it all and let the cream rise to the top. It's that's how the inception of it, right?
yeah,
But in the end, people who are actually good at it, who have an artistic eye or a musical ear or ability to tell stories, those people are going to rise to the top because their content's going to be better. Even though every Jane and Joe can go out and create whatever they want, it isn't going to matter because it's going to be mostly crap, right?
and that AI too. That's going to be sorting through that. Honestly, a lot of it could be tailored specifically to your
Yep,
tastes.
100%,
You know,
100%.
so
That's the
so
AI
maybe
agent they're coming out with now. That's what it is.
yeah, like it's tailored to your tastes. So it and like I've used this for like for finding movies. Right, I've had like long discussions with ChatGPT, and I gave them like, here's all the movies I've seen. Here's movies that stood out really well to me. Give me some suggestions, and I kind of do that feedback loop where it's like, this movie's a 5 out of 5. This movie's a 2 out of 5, and here's why. Right, and so it's just further refining those those points for the films where it goes, oh, they like this because they like this movie because of this, this, and this. These movies hit the same points, so I'm going to throw those at them. And you get, for one, really interesting suggestions that you might never have heard of before,
Right, right.
but they fall into your tastes. And I've done the same with music.
Curated,
Um,
yeah,
Yeah, it's a curator. And it works great as a curator, especially the more data you give them on what your tastes are,
sure.
uh, the better it can give you suggestions on, on different things that you just never heard before. And you're like, oh, wow, that's really great. And I never would have found this if not for doing this back and forth with the LLM, you know?
Yeah. And keep in mind with this AI stuff, you don't need to type anymore. You just talk to it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It reminds me because the Baby News Network, there are many people trying to copy the success of the Baby News Network, but there's only one Baby News Network. They're using AI and they have all the political babies, Trump and Elon and everybody. Kennedy and Melania are the best though. But they had this one that came out recently where it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Trump they're in bed, and Trump has woken up Melania in her nightcap, which is perfect. And she's mad because it's 3 o'clock in the morning, but he's talking to instead of typing. And he said, Melania, we've already had this conversation. I got big thumbs. It's a problem. We've had the big thumb conversation, right? Um, it's hilarious, but you don't need to type anymore. You could talk. And that's been that way for a long time. I actually asked the kids here in Japan because they're always on their phones and they're always typing everything. And I never do that. I just hit the mic button and I talk to the phone, and then it gives me a result. And I'm like, why don't you guys do that? Would you like to guess the answer?
What's the answer? Tell me.
Um,
Inquiring minds want to know.
well, I could see, because there's an argument too on sometimes I prefer to type because I will be able to um, kind of think like basically process my thoughts better in text versus like having to feel like if I'm just talking, then I'm, you know, not getting the points across as well.
No, no, that's the opposite for me. But some people, it depends on how you learn, right? But their
Yeah.
answer is very Japanese one. They don't want to disturb others in public.
Mm.
And, okay, fine, I get that. Me personally, I never use the phone when I'm walking around in my daily life anyway, or any other
Yeah.
computer thing. I do that when I'm sitting at home. So, but they have it in their hands all the time. But it's a very Japanese answer. Now, here's the question though, because I've seen in the West that the Western kids do the same thing. And even though there's just a mic button right there, you could talk to it, but they don't. So I wonder if it's maybe your brain over mine. I don't know. Thundera, you've been real quiet during this conversation. Do you have the big thumb problem? Do you
No. Am
use the mic?
I muted still?
No.
No, I hear you.
Now you're muted. You weren't muted, but now you are.
I'm very confused. What's happening?
So he's got the big thumb problem.
I thought I was muted that whole time. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's why I wasn't like I was like, all right, it's not a big deal. But regardless, no, I don't
Why
have a
would I
big thumb
mute
problem.
you?
I actually no, I can
You
mute
should.
myself. I actually have freakishly small fingers for a man my size. It's annoying. I have big ass feet and these little fucking midget fingers. I don't know how.
Little
You're a
hands,
T-Rex.
Tantaro.
You're a T-Rex.
Yeah, I'm
Little
a
hands.
fucking T-Rex out here. It's ridiculous. It's actually kind of funny because a lot of people don't believe me, and then they'll see me in person like, "Oh, what the fuck?" I'm like, well,
Yeah.
I can't
I
control.
have-
My hands is huge. My palm, like the center of my palm, is massive. I can still grip a basketball, no problem. I just got these little fucking like 3-inch fingers. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Now I have my hands are really annoying. Actually, they're troublesome for doing little things. I can't do it. So I just pass it to a smaller person. Do that.
Mhm.
No, I can't, dude.
Who makes normal people tie your shoes?
Dude, I
Yeah,
have.
he's got a whole
You
phalanx
guys making
of
a kaiju joke, but my hands are a kaiju
Mhm.
problem, dude.
a whole phalanx of little Japanese people to do tiny things for him.
That's
Why do you
right.
think he's there?
Why do you think they're there?
Yeah,
Gulliver.
he's just like,
He's fucking Gulliver over there. This guy. I
yeah,
tell you.
exactly.
He says that you there, small boy, and it's like a 40-year-old man.
Dude, one of my students, I won't name him. He's a sweet guy. I actually like him a lot. He's a really nice person. But I mean, he's I don't know. It's not quite belly button level, but near. I mean, he's got to be under 5 feet, like 4'10" maybe.
Wow, that's really short for a man.
Yeah, but I mean, you find here in Japan, you find the gauntlet of stuff as far as height goes. But some, I know technically in large groups, the smallest humans are Black Africans, but you can find some really teeny humans over here,
Mhm.
real teeny.
Yeah.
I just, now that I think about it, I wonder if it's just like all the kaiju are just kind of like slightly bigger than normal, but because the people are so short, it gives that, effect.
It does. It does. I
Yeah.
mean, like I said, I'm only 6'3". Now I know.
So like Mothra comes up to like his like chest.
That's right.
You
That's
know.
right.
Yeah.
But because I know I'm taller than most humans, but it's not outrageously tall. 6'3" is not crazy,
Yeah.
right?
He,
But over here,
he says
it
that
is.
in Japan.
I know.
Meanwhile, the poor guy who tied his shoe tells his wife, "You never believe it. A building spoke to me."
Yes.
Right?
That's Sex Mountain talks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is weird. But there's lots of little things that need doing, and people need doing them. If you need to open a jar, give it to me. I got you.
Although the
Okay, that's the most New Yorker he has sounds since I had met this man.
It's just like,
It comes out, I guess. Shit.
yeah.
But anyway, let's continue, shall we? Now today, we are going to talk about a few interesting things, but I want to start out because it's the summer convention time, right? We got
It's
Comic-Con,
time.
we got Gen Con, E3 was out in June, right? You have all the various other video game companies that come out with their various things over the past couple of months. It's summer.
Mhm.
This is when we get all this stuff, and
Yeah.
it's fun.
Summertime.
That's right.
And
we
living
get
is
a lot
easy.
of tech news and all that kind of stuff, dude. I killed that song on the saxophone, by the way.
Mhm.
But anyway, this is from Polygon, which I don't. They're probably one of the dumb sites, but whatever. But I wanted to talk about Gen Con first, which is still ongoing as far as I think
Still
it's
rocking and rolling.
just finished today for you guys Sunday. But Gen Con, of course, when it comes to board games, card games, comic books, even tabletop stuff like D&D, it is the largest one on the planet. Now, Essen is also large in Germany for board games, and it's a better place to go and buy stuff, really. because that's what it is. It's basically a place to go and buy. But Gen
Mhm.
Con's the real deal, and it's been around forever. And that was created originally by our boy Gary Gygax to
The
promote
Gax
D&D.
himself.
He did. Now, I wanted to start with this because I know you guys aren't all D&D people, but I am. And there have been a lot of announcements came out here in Gen Con this weekend, and the community has collectively lost their shit. And I'm not sure why, because I've been playing D&D since 1979. And
Mhm.
it started in 74, I think, when those guys came out with D&D. And of course before that they had chainmail and they did all their other little stuff. But
Yeah.
I've been in it since day one. And TSR, when it came out, yes, it was D&D, it was the big hit, and it was a mammoth hit. It was quite an experience to live through that. But they came out with things like Boot Hill, Gamma World, the what was the space one? There was a space one. I can't remember the name head offhand. All kind of stuff. They were trying all kind of genre. It wasn't just D&D fantasy. It wasn't.
Mhm.
It was
Yeah.
tons of stuff, right? Then they got the Marvel license and they did Marvel Superheroes, which I still love the face rip system. They did a lot of stuff. And then they got into a little bit of trouble. WotC came in, bought them, and corporatized the hell out of it, right? And now we're in the
Mhm.
area of pink slippers and everything's gay and female. However, we got a bunch of announcements, and the fandom is really upset about it. And I don't understand why. So let's go through it, and you tell me what you think. All right. So first off, D&D icons. Now, what this is doing is something that WotC's been making a mistake for 2 decades.
Mm-mm.
Not bringing in the great creators of the past,
The
the
goats.
people, the goats. But now they are. They're bringing in a whole bunch of the old creators, the guys, from Mystara, the guys, of course, Arnson and Gygax are gone, but their children and other people associated with them are still around. You got of course, Forgotten Realms. They're bringing in all these old guys to do stuff, and it's about damn time.
Mhm. Well, they spent so long telling us that, oh, we aren't the target audience and they don't really want us as customers. It's just an interesting thing that now they're like, oh, what? All the people, all the old white men who you pushed away, and all the classic nerds that you pushed away who were into this stuff. Now we want them back because apparently the old Tumblr rights,
Yeah,
whatever they're into now, they're apparently they're not buying products.
they don't spend money. Isn't that weird? They spend all day yelling
Yeah.
and screaming. They don't seem to generate income. But take a look what we got. We got Tracy Hickman and Margaret Weiss coming in with Dragonlance stuff. I'm
Hmm.
surprised she came out of retirement because they pissed her off real bad last time.
They
You
pissed
got
all of them off, though,
They
didn't
did.
they?
They have. You got R.A. Salvatore, of course, is coming in with more Dritz novels. Sweet. You have Gygax's son doing something, but that gets its own space because it's a big deal. But they're bringing a lot of the old dudes, and they announced Ed Moore. So who knows? I mean, you still have oh shoot, who's the Forgotten Realms guy? He's the goat anyway. What's his name? Damn it. Um. Oh, that's pissing me off. All right, I have to fix that. Give me a second. My brain just isn't working. All right. So Forgotten Realms. And this guy is so important. What's his name here? Ed Greenwood. Okay. I'm just being a dumbass. But so Ed Greenwood is being brought in. Oh, what am I doing here? Okay. Ed Greenwood is being brought in as well. And he does, there's some young guy who's pulled him on to a YouTube podcast and has been asking
Mhm.
questions of Pat. It's a really cool podcast. Go watch it. If you're an old school gamer like myself, you'll love it. But Ed Greenwood's being brought back in, and many others. The Mystara guys actually excite me. So first off, D&D icons. That's great. I think that sounds like a good thing, right? Um,
Yep.
they got third party people, kind of like what Marvel is doing, creating a bunch of stuff. There's a group that's doing Eberron, another group that's doing Ravenloft, and a third group that's doing Dark Sun. And it's like, okay, what's the problem with that? And of course, Ghostfire Gaming, those guys have done great stuff. So, and amongst some other groups, Cobalt Press is also involved in it
Oh,
with
nice.
with Forgotten Realm stuff. It's like, is that a bad thing? I mean,
I
honestly,
don't think so.
taking control away from WotC, I think is a very good thing. Give it to other people who have passion for it.
But then again, the question remains of how will it ultimately turn out?
Well, sure,
Because
sure.
how much control will they try and wrestle away as time goes on?
Well, no, I understand. They'll have certain oversight, of course, but I'm just saying I'm
Mhm.
trying to find why everyone's so angry. Is what I'm doing here. So first we have icons. That's a great idea. Third party people. These guys, Ghostfire, Cobalt Press, who's the other one there that does? Well, anyway, these guys, they've done great stuff, man. They've created a name for themselves. Pathfinder
Yeah.
also is getting involved, and damn it, Green Ronin. There it is, Green Ronin. These guys have established themselves as legit, especially the third edition, right?
Mhm.
So that sounds great to me. I have no problem with it. So you guys let me know when you see something that's pissing everyone else so much. D&D Beyond, they're actually one of the problems with that has been not the cost, but the quantity, and they're going to be the content, and they're going to be up in that and trying to make that more valuable. And one of the things they're doing with that is to get the DD mobile app running well as the table, the digital table, which lets you have minis and move them around on the board, and they got little animations, which we saw them show a while ago, but it was wonky and didn't work well. Well, they've been putting a lot of effort into it to get it working correct. So, okay, more online assets, is that a bad thing?
No,
No,
No.
shouldn't be.
it's not a bad thing in and of itself. It's just one of those things where the last time they tried doing a virtual tabletop, that did not work out well for them.
No,
They
it
botched that
twice.
incredible. Yeah.
Twice.
so,
Yeah, twice.
so, I mean, there are a lot of good things. They sound really good, but it's one of those things where most people do not trust them to actually deliver in the end
Is it just
on
that
anything that
is
they're
that
saying.
it? We're done
Nope.
with WotC? It could be.
I
Uh,
I think it's more of like a nobody has any reason to trust them until they see something that's on the other end that actually looks good, and even then, they can still screw it up, like they
no,
did with the license stuff.
yeah,
Like in the past. So
no,
never underestimate WotC's ability to mess up something good.
yeah, no. Fair enough. Fair enough. It could just be that. Let me get through it all here, and we'll see if anything
Yep.
really stands out. But here's another thing: we got a new video game coming, and all those D&D has lots of video games, right? They've always had.
Mhm.
And of course, we have Gary Gygax's Witch Queen, Iglavie, right? And they're putting that into a video game called Warlock from Invoke Studios, which they've done some fun stuff before. Okay, so that's a new game with the Witch Queen, of course. What's wrong with that? That's Gygax, dude. Arcana Unleashed is it's they're getting a little bit more serious with the Arcana Unearth Arcana, and putting out more stuff, including more books, which I'm happy. I haven't got an Unearthed Arcana in a long time. I always enjoyed those, dude. I got a bunch of them. So they got that. You got Greyhawk coming from Gygax's son, which is named Alex, I think. And they're doing a full court press with Greyhawk, dude. Full court. I mean, they're doing a whole bunch of games and stuff coming out. The Crown of the Witch Queen, of course, which I just mentioned with the video game, but they're doing also with the adventure book. It's the first one they put out in quite a while, to be honest with you. And they're doing a whole bunch of other stuff with Greyhawk. Now, Greyhawk, for those of you who don't know, this is Gygax's and Arntz's little homebrew thing they turned into a campaign setting. But Greyhawk, it's kind of tough because it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess full of all kind of nonsense. Mystara is even bigger, but it's more controllable, more understandable than Greyhawk. Greyhawk's a mess. So I think for people who never experienced it but have the weird nostalgia of, isn't that weird? People never experienced a thing, but yet they have nostalgia for a thing. It's weird. But anyway, it is what it is. You've seen it. So Greyhawk, is that a bad thing? And his son is involved with it, taking a lot of his dad's unpublished stuff and integrating it. So that's a good thing, right?
Yeah. On its face, none of these things are bad things.
Yeah. We got Dark Sun coming, and it's going to be full R-rated version of it, as it should be. It's Dark Sun. Okay. I mean, once again, what's the problem? This one I thought was cool as shit. Now, World of Warcraft, don't mistake that for Warhammer. It's Warcraft. They did this before anyway. It was like third edition or second edition, third edition, I think. Which maybe it was second. I don't know, but they had a World of Warcraft book came out a long time ago. Then they never did anything with it. With this, now they're releasing it, and they have planned several books. They're going to give you all the races as playable races, and they're going to take all the aspects of the video game and going to make it available in D&D. Is that a bad thing?
Nope.
No, that's more content, more options, right? Especially for metagamers like me and you, dude. So, and then the last one, and this seemed to be the one that pissed people off most, Star Wars. What the hell's wrong with that? Star Wars had one of the most successful tabletop systems, the D6 system of all time. Having that, and I'm pretty sure they had a conversion for that in third edition anyway, didn't they? Pretty sure they did. I remember seeing a conversion to the D20 system, all that D20 stuff, the OGL. But is this a bad thing? People are upset about lightsabers in D&D. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. What are you talking about?
Well, once again, like that kind of sounds silly as an argument because that's under the assumption that you're combining the two. That you would put your Star Wars stuff into your fantasy world, right?
And you wouldn't.
That's not what people are doing. So that seems like one of those seems like a very dumb. If that is the argument, which
That is the
I don't know,
argument.
yeah, if that's the argument, that's a very dumb argument because D&D, like a lot of other tabletop systems, is just a system. At its core, it's essentially math.
Yeah.
You know.
You could do whatever the hell you want with it, and that's a great part of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, I don't know, that seems like a silly thing to be
It is.
upset about. Now, if you were like, oh well, I'd rather see it in some other system, and now because Wizards is so uptight about certain things, like maybe I won't see this in a system that I prefer more for official content. Okay, I could see that argument, but this in and of itself, just by itself as being here, isn't an issue,
Right, and that's why I prefaced it earlier with all of the content that they came out with initially, like Gamma World and with the tactical studies rules, the TSR stuff, right? They had all kinds of different products they came out with, dude. All different kind of genres, rule systems. That I hope I see that. I hope that they come out with new rule systems. Why not? That was a thing that those guys did in the beginning. But that's why I prefaced it with this because, it's not a new idea. But anyway, I know Thundera and Grimlock have played. You and I are tabletop people. But why are people so angry about this? All those things sounded great to me, dude.
Yep.
They,
Who well
team is-
consider the source of the people bitching.
they did what they got what they wanted. They got what they wanted. They wanted a new audience. They got it. Let them wallow in it.
So it's just they screwed up enough where I don't care anymore.
Mhm.
All right, fine. It might be that. I get that. I don't watch Disney stuff anymore. I get it. I'm the same way in that regard. But I just saw all that stuff and I was like, oh, that's cool. They're actually producing more product because they've been real stingy for a long time, especially fifth
Hmm.
edition. And they're going back and bringing icons back in that which they should have done. They should have never not done that. But it looks like there's a bit of a shakeup going on over at Hasbro. And Hasbro's like, all
Yeah.
right, you guys are wasting money here. Get back to what you're supposed to be doing. Is looks like what they're doing because they came out with a 5.5 system. What,
Mhm.
3 years, a year ago, 2 years? How many? It wasn't that long ago.
It was 24
Yeah,
when it
so
came
two
out.
years ago, and that's just a straight up debacle. I mean, there might be a couple of
Yeah.
systems in there that are nice, but what they did was is instead of making it more sandboxy and opening it to more freedom of creation, which is what D&D has always been about. Third edition is a perfect example of it, right? And even the kits in second edition, right? However, what they did was the opposite. They started restricting everything. If you want
Hmm.
to be this thing, you have to have that background or you can't do it. And it's like,
Yeah.
what the hell's wrong with you? Huh? Star Frontiers is the one I was trying to remember, by the way.
Mhm.
It came to me.
Yeah. I mean, look, like I said, if this ends up turning out well, like if all of this goes well and they put away the nonsense and stop hating on their customers, then maybe I'll consider it at that point. But I'm like, they've just done so much
Yeah.
to destroy their brand to tell, like, if you really, what they need to do is just give the property over to a completely different company with completely different people, say we're starting fresh, and then have, like, at the very least, you don't have that kind of eh, bad will there,
Yeah.
you know?
Maybe that's it.
Because,
Maybe it is just the bad will because of all the nonsense they've done. Maybe.
yeah. I mean, I think if they get rid of, they probably, and I know it's superficial, but you change the name of the company, you do a bit of a rebranding, and then you fire all the people who were involved with the old stuff that pushed everyone away.
Yeah.
Because I do think
Clean house. Yeah.
these actions are clearly showing that they understand there's a problem with what they were doing. Because they wouldn't
Obviously.
be, yeah, they wouldn't be taking these actions if they thought everything is just going smoothly the way it is. So that is a positive thing for me. I see that as a good thing, but I don't think you can get to where you need to go while still having all the same people in place who screwed it up so badly in the first place. Or a lot of the same people. Not everyone's the same, but
Yeah, I know.
like,
There's a lot of assholes over there, just like at Marvel,
yeah.
DC. Yeah. But just to kind of I went and found the list, just to give you a list of stuff that TSR came out with. This is Gary Gygax, right? These
Yeah.
are the original guys that created a cultural phenomena, right? D&D is a cultural phenomena without question, right? But look at the
Hmm.
stuff they created. Alternity, which I love that system, right? Amazing Engine, Boot Hill. People still play Boot Hill. Buck Rogers,
I
they came out with two of those. They actually had Bullwinkle and Rocky role playing party game. Conan, the very first role playing game. Now there are many. The very first one came out. TSR, Crime Fighters, Dragonlance, Dragon Strike, Dungeons Dragons, of course, Empire of the Petal Throne, Gamma World, Gangbusters, Indiana Jones, Marvel Superhero System, which I love, includes Saga. They created Saga, right? Metamorphosis Alpha, which is if you're in the gaming world, that is Inception, even though it's not. Starfront Frontiers, and of course Top Secret. And all of those had different mechanical systems They were creatives. These guys were badass. They were sitting down there and say, okay, what kind of how are we going to make this work? They were the ones that were doing all the math and mechanics in the beginning to say, how can we do this? Let's try new ideas. Look at all those things and all those different systems. Those guys were on it, man. They were on it, and that ran up to what 98 when WotC bought them, right? 2000.
I don't know, but I gotta get going, guys. Have a good
Okay.
one.
Later.
All right.
And then there's tons of other stuff as well, which won't go through all of it. But those guys were prolific. And for me, I'm kind of all day for it. Do you guys have anything you want to say about that before I move on to the Comic-Con stuff?
Nope, I'm good.
No, I mean, I laughed at some of that they got what they wanted, right?
Mhm.
They wanted you guys. They wanted guys like you out of it, right?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
And then once they pushed you out, they said, "Oh, well, why don't you make your own stuff?" And you can do, and the guys go like,
People
we
did.
created this shit before. We can do it again. So they're doing it again, and now it's like, how dare you?
Yeah. Well, Monty Cook hasn't stopped, right? He's the most prolific
Yeah,
person ever in this genre, in this world. But yeah, no, people have done that, and maybe they're starting to see it because they did have a boom, particularly with Critical Role, the YouTube show, with a lot of people coming into the game, and that's great. But clearly there has been a shift. But anyway, Thundero, no comment.
Not really. No, I don't. I just genuinely, as nice as it is to see them doing things like the Warcraft one that they're doing now,
Yeah,
they've
I think it's
announced
a
that they're
great
doing.
idea.
I do too. I could probably even run that because I know Warcraft lore like crazy. Well, it depends on what they do with it because a lot of their spin-off Warcraft stuff they make up their whole own lore for, which is
No,
stupid.
they specifically said they're not doing that. They're doing
Oh, okay.
100% Warcraft with all the creatures. They got to do everything they can to bring the Warcraft system into D&D, the
That'll
D20.
be cool.
Yeah.
But regardless, I just don't care what Wizard of the Coast does. They've done nothing but be bad faith actors for the last decade or more, and I honestly would rather watch them burn than celebrate them trying. Well, we're gonna course correct. No, just die, please. Same with Disney. I'd much rather Disney just die, please. Thank you. People are like, but what if they start doing good things? So I'm supposed to just forget that,
Okay.
like at some point, they owe you an apology culturally.
yeah.
They do. But at the same time, I've always kept in my head that I don't really care what they do because it's a role playing game. I can do whatever I want. I can change every rule. I can create my own
Well, I don't
thing.
mean it with the game. I mean it as a company. I mean the
get
way
that.
they talk
I
to
get that.
people. I mean the way they present themselves, and they talk down to other people, and the fact that you have probably the most competent video game studio going with Larian right now, currently, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
piss
They're
them
killing
off
it.
so much
Yeah.
that they never want to do Baldur's Gate or a D&D franchise ever again because it was so hard, such a pain in the ass to work with Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, I bet.
And that's saying something, right? Because this is a studio that put out one of, if not the greatest actual role playing video game ever made with Baldur's Gate 3.
Yep.
So
Larian is great.
it's one of those situations where it's like, okay, yeah, they're doing great things, but they're still pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And I would much rather they just cease. Kind of like why I'm very happy this whole Warner Brothers thing is happening.
Sure.
Because I'd much rather they just cease.
Yeah, well, we're
Just
going to
cease
talk
and
about that
desist.
today a little bit more. But Alan says, I'm only 6'3", blah, 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 blah. I'll be in the corner baking cookies. You like that, Alan? He's a midget Mexican, if you didn't know.
May I request peanut butter cookies?
Yes, please. Peanut butter cookies are great. And it's true. My wife actually makes pretty good peanut butter cookies. She makes really good no-bake cookies as well. Those are good.
Nice.
But anyway,
See, there you go. Over there bragging and not sharing.
I know. But all right. So let's go ahead and switch gears into San Diego Comic-Con. I'm going to go make coffee. I know Grimlock wants to talk about it, so Grimlock, kind of set the scene for us while I go get the coffee running. Okay,
What am I talking about here?
Comic Con,
Let's see.
Comic Con.
All right, wait, I got it here. San Diego Comic Con 2026. Everything announced at Comic Con 2026.
Yeah, and we'll take a look through it one by one of all the things the big things, but there were little things too. So why don't you talk about your impression of Comic Con this year? And I'm going to go get some coffee. I'll be back. Go.
Go.
Let's see. Where to start? So we started the big studio Desperation because we take one thing away. There was quite a smell of desperation in the air, a sense of panic, if you will.
I love it.
I still kind of have the same feeling I had about the Ghost Rider announcement this week as it did last week. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Some of the announcements about the X-Men become, I think, was made after Comic Con, so I don't know if that counts. Some of the comics that was announced, I don't know if that moves the needle for people. There's supposed to be the what was it? The launch in a couple of months of Marvel's new universe. That's new alternate universe. That is supposed to be their, I guess, answer to DC's absolute universe. I don't think people care because Marvel's talent pool is so dog shit at the moment. I don't give a fuck what you announce. Nobody's buying shit with Saladin Ahmed's and fucking Gail Simone's name on it. It's just not.
Yeah.
I don't care what people on Twitter say. Gail Simone has never been a needle mover. She's a fridge mover, but not in the positive way.
I agree with you. The one thing there've been a few things they announced that I'm like, these could be good. I think the Ghost Rider thing has potential. It's the right guy, I think, in the right moment. It's one of those rare times where it seems like they cast the right, like they're in touch enough to know, okay, this is the time, right? And if they allow him to, play a little bit more moody character, right? Because Ghost Rider should be that, in fact. A little bit more heavy. He can do that. So, I think that's it's one of those things where it's all going to come down to the script. Ryan's not going to be the issue. We all know it. I can't think of a time where he was ever the issue in any movie he was ever in, right? So in the last 20 years. He's not going to be the issue. Doesn't mean the script isn't going to be dog shit. Doesn't mean the intention of the movie isn't going to be stupid like Barbie. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means the man can go. He can bring it. He can bring performance like just about no one else going today. So if they give him something to play with, which I have a feeling they're going to, because like I said, by all accounts, this is what he wanted. He's a big fan of Ghost Rider, which, I completely believe when you look at some of his movies he's done and some of his performances. The reason why so many people are happy about this is because he fits, right? Especially like Drive and whatever. He fits. He could easily pull this off. And so we're hoping, that they're gonna bring out their best foot here and maybe try something a little different. Because people have to remember, I don't really think necessarily, conceptually, superhero fatigue was the problem. I think it was part of the problem. I think the problem was the movies were dog shit. Nobody gives a fuck about the Eternals. What are we doing? What are we doing? Nobody wants to see an Eternals movie. No one wants to see a fucking Kamala Khan movie. Nobody wants to see anything with Captain Marvel. But it made $1 billion. First of all, there was a lot of sketchy shit going on with that movie, with that release. Second of all, yeah, because it came out in between the two biggest movies they ever made. So it was kind of, riding the wake of giants here. Made it a lot easier. And also, regardless, okay, they got one. Look, sometimes you get one. Can you get two? Because for all the shit we've given Tom Holland over the years as Spider-Man, and a lot of it's well-deserved, he can get two. He can get three, it looks like, actually. Because this new one, which I'm sure we're going to be talking about a little later here, this new one is just, the opening is outrageous. It blew the opening estimates out of the water. I think the last I saw, they were expecting like 450, and it blew that out of the water. So
this thing looks like it's going to make $1 billion in 2 weeks.
Yeah, which is outrageous, outrageously fast, and from what it sounds like, it's a good enough movie that people are going to multi-watch, which means it might get up there with the big dogs. The last one made almost $2 billion by the time its theatrical run was done. It was just under $2 billion, if I remember correctly. This one is almost certainly going to break that mark. So, unless it just craters off for some reason, or they just decide to pull it sooner rather than later for some reason, but I would be surprised if it doesn't break $2 billion. For crying out loud, right out of the gate, it did $1 billion. So,
and that's with no IMAX.
Yes. And the reason is, and here's the other thing, here's my point where I was going with this. You saw it with the Comic-Con thing, that's where it ties in. A lot of people have been saying things like, the energy's back and stuff like that, right? The hype is back, and then this movie comes out and it's humongous. So I'm sure all these dumb shits in Disney are out here, jerking themselves off, excited,
learning the wrong lessons as usual.
Learning the wrong lessons. Spider-Man's over. You're not over. All right.
Yes.
Spider-Man is over. You're not over, and that's just the truth of the matter. And that's going to be the truth of the matter until you prove us otherwise, right? Just like, the only one of the original guys, the OG Avengers still out here that produces money, like him or not, is Thor. For whatever reason, Hemsworth, his Thor movies draw enough money, right? That's why you're seeing him, seemingly, by the trailers I saw, he's going to be front and center of this Doomsday movie as basically the leader of the Avengers. Looks, at least that's the way it looks, right? From what we've seen. Yeah, well, right, exactly. That's where I was going. He's the guy of the Avengers. Tony Stark's important, obviously. He could draw. Cap's movies didn't draw as much, but he's still Cap. But for whatever reason, Thor was the guy. On his own, he could really draw. And as the Avengers, anyway. And it looks like they did learn that lesson. So my point is, you see all this buzz going about because Comic-Con actually for once felt like Comic-Con again for the first time in almost a decade.
Right.
Or 6-7 years.
Yeah.
And so now people are starting to out here, they're doing the dick sucking that they do, where they're pretending that everything's back to normal. I just saw a post of somebody saying, "Our movie's finally back," because they're actually, thanks largely to the Spider-Man movie, looks like they're going to have a really good year comparatively. And you still have Doomsday coming, so it might end up being a really good year, best year since 2019. Okay, great. I'm happy for you, but you're learning the wrong lesson. It's not that movies are back. It's that Spider-Man's fucking over. People love Spider-Man. He's the most popular superhero in the world. He pretty much always has been, or he's been right in that conversation, battling back and forth with Batman and Superman.
Yeah.
And he always will be. He's that guy. He is a, you were using that word earlier, icon. He is an icon. I personally think there's only 3 superhero icons, or the 3 I just said, and the rest are kind of just in their orbit. Because you can go anywhere in the world, fucking anywhere, and they know who Spider-Man is. They know who Batman is.
I throw Goku in there as well.
Well, yes, but I'm talking about the American ones. Yeah, obviously Goku for sure, 100%. and Monkey D. Luffy as well, especially for the younger people.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go, people know Luffy. But regardless, if we're just talking about the American ones, 100%, the lexicon of the superheroes has 3 names. And as much as I like Wonder Woman and you like Wonder Woman and she's important, I just don't think she's anywhere near that level.
No, she's not.
Culturally.
She's not.
No, so, but my point that I'm getting at is it's not that superhero movies are back. It's that Spider-Man's a draw. And everybody kind of wanted this movie in a way because, we wanted to see what was going to happen after the last one, which was really good. And it looks like at least the first 2/3 or maybe more of the movie, they did learn from that last movie most of the right lessons. And those lessons are, we want him to grow up. That's what we wanted. Everybody wanted it. It's time for him to be Spider-Man now. And he can handle it. Tom can handle that business. And he's, again, like I said earlier, by all accounts that I've watched, he's done a phenomenal job in this film.
Yeah,
he's the centerpiece, he's the main driver, he's by far the best performance, which is what you want from your leading guy, right? From your Spider-Man. Parker's one of the only heroes who you actually can do a lot of emotion out of. He doesn't need to be sitting there crying, but he can get emotional. Superman shouldn't be getting too emotional. Batman shouldn't be getting too emotional, but Parker can.
He can.
And so you can get a little bit better performances out of their actors, right? Toby's a great actor. Garfield's a great actor. I just didn't really like his movies that much. And Tom has actually been impressing me the last little while. Now, obviously, I haven't seen The Odyssey, but that's a joke of a film anyway. He can act when he wants to. As he's matured, as he's grown up a little bit. He's also doesn't seem to be a Hollywood weirdo. Luckily, thankfully, which I approve. But he even said in an interview I watched him, he said, "Yeah, I don't really like Hollywood. They're weird. They do weird stuff, man." That's what he said. They do weird stuff, and he didn't elaborate, but everybody knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, we all know what he's talking about. Well, then again, with his wife Zendaya, she irritates a lot of people, including me. But honestly, the girl's not noisy. She's not.
No, she's a good girl. She seems like a good girl, genuinely, like a decent girl. She's extremely loyal to her husband. It's actually really wholesome, it seems. And she's feminine. She's not very pretty, but she at least tries to present herself as a woman, right? She walks around in feminine-looking clothing. She's not out here dressing like a slob every time you see her. So I appreciate that.
We'll see.
Yeah, true. Well, they got the money. They'll have a nanny and stuff. She'll be all right.
No, I mean,
but I appreciate that.
She should be a mom.
Well, I agree, but I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that even against all of the forces aligned against young women nowadays, because I know a lot of young men get in their feelings about the way the world is, and they should. The world's against them. But the young women get some shit thrown at them too, and a lot of it has to do with being a hedonistic slob of a slut, and that's what a lot of them become: hedonistic slobs and sluts. And by what I've seen anyway, I don't know her personal life, but what we've seen, she's not like that, which I appreciate.
It seems not, yeah. Now with San Diego Comic-Con, we have to preface. Thank you.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it either.
Yeah. We have to preface it with understanding the Paramount situation with Skydance, right?
Yeah.
Now Skydance, there's a court case coming out of California, and it's Gavin Newsom, being the absolute turd that he is, was initially pushing it to happen. Now he's pushing it to wrap up quickly, so someone got in his ear, right?
Yep.
But the people at Skydance want this to be wrapped up by November, so they get to business. However, the people putting forward the case, they're like, well, we have a lot of preparation, maybe April of next year, maybe later. They're stalling. And this is a problem. Now, we know they own it. They can sign the paperwork and all that's happening, and they can do what they want. They have chosen, Skydance has chosen, to wait until this court case is done before they really start getting into it. I don't know why, but that's the choice they made. But nevertheless, we have to preface it with that, because a lot of the things we're going to talk about are things that fall under James Gunn, right? Under his auspices. and that that has to be caveated because depending on how the Skydance thing goes, depending on how this goes. But the DC stuff, just keep that in mind. And I'm going to start with the DC stuff before I get into this article because this article doesn't really cover it. Now, I'm assuming that Grimlock had given some opinions and some of his stuff while I was making coffee, but there are a few things that are coming out of DC that they've announced at Comic Con that are interesting to me. One, no one's talking about this really, and this article doesn't talk about it either. Nightwing in Bloodhaven.
Yep.
And it sounds like it might be a series, not a movie. So that would be on Max. And he's dealing with the troubles of Deathstroke and Bane. Interesting. That could be interesting.
That could be, yeah. I don't know why we're jumping right to Bane, but okay.
Yeah, I know it was weird. The choice is weird. When I heard Nightwing, I was like, okay. And then I heard that.
I mean, Deathstroke could be fine. That could be cool.
Yeah, but I think it's a series because you're not going to do one.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, but
yeah,
you got Batman Asylum. Batman Bold and the Brave was the thing they were supposed to be doing. That's been canceled. Now they're doing Batman Asylum, and some people are whispering saying, no, that's actually just Matt Reeves' Batman 2. And it's like, huh?
Interesting.
Because Batman Asylum is the premise of that is it's just the whole movie takes place in one evening where Batman's in Arkham. It's just it's one of those movies that take place in one night, right? And from what we're hearing about the various information about Batman 2, it doesn't jive. So I don't know about that. And there were a few other little DC things they didn't mention, but those two stuck in my head. What stuck in your head, Grimlock? What did you see that's not the all Marvel, all encompassing Comic-Con? What did you see?
Well, I would say for the most part, there wasn't, like I said before, this Comic Con to me reeked of desperation. And I've seen quite a bit of desperation from big companies this
Especially
year,
Marvel. Yeah.
Well, in talking about, if they're not desperate enough, they still employ Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
So, and I hate this, and I know a lot of people who, for some reason, still defend the guy. It's like, the reason Phase 4 and 5 sucked is strictly because of that guy.
Nope, I 100% agree. And he's even admitted that now, though. If you noticed in an interview he gave like less than a month ago, he acknowledges that he had an idea. He wanted to, do the diversity thing. He truly felt that was the right thing to do, but things haven't gone the way as they should.
Well, see, here's the thing, though. In any other decently run business, you get fired for shit like that, right?
Yep.
Like if you're general manager for a football team and you're in a position to draft a quarterback, if you draft the wrong quarterback, you're not going to be there to draft the next.
Yep.
And if it seems like the entertainment industry is the only place that allows failing upward to be a thing.
Well, especially with Josh D'Amaro, the new CEO of Disney, he's more woke than Bob Iger. Then again, I don't think Bob Iger is woke. I think he's a politician. But this new guy, the new CEO, D'Amaro, he's a full-on true believer. That's a wokey. That's a full-on lefty Marxist.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the problem still remains. Kevin Feige took something that failed in the comics that was soundly rejected. It wasn't just that it failed; it was soundly rejected. All new, all different Marvel was an all-time disaster.
True, but I'm just saying that it's not going to get rid of him. They're not going to do it.
Well, I know, and as far as I'm concerned, it's like I said, there's things that just did not excite me. Like like I said last week, I still feel the same. If the announcement for Ghost Rider would have came out 10 years ago, I'd be more excited. Now I'm like it didn't move, it actually did not move the needle, and I'm a Ghost Rider fan, and I'm a bigger Ghost Rider fan than most people because Ghost Rider is not like he doesn't have mass appeal like that, and
No, he doesn't. Yeah.
like on the DC side, I didn't see like like there was a couple of comics that was announced like they're rebooting Static after again a huge horrible idea. What they did to Static in that Milestone relaunch, people should go to jail for what they
Yeah,
did to
it was bad.
Static, and that and they're relaunching it, and it's like I don't care. And then like Vixen is finally getting a solo book after 30 years, and you're giving it to Stephanie Phillips, one of the most incompetent writers I've seen. Like I've yet to see it. I've yet to see her write anything worth a fuck. And they keep giving her work because she's a rich kid's daughter, and she just. I mean, granted, she's just doing this for the love of the game, apparently, because she doesn't need the money.
Yeah, but she's a true believer.
What I don't even know what she believes in because I mean, she writes like chat, like she just copies shit from Chat
She
GPT.
probably does, but no, she's a full-on lefty Marxist, is what she is. It,
Probably.
it is
I
what it
mean,
is. Yeah.
like the most exciting thing that I saw out of Comic Con, and this is probably my equivalent to your love of games was like some of the action figures, like some of the things that I saw, get announced. I'm like, oh fuck, my wallet's gonna die in a couple of
Dude,
months.
like Sideshow and those guys like that. Holy crap, dude.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's been a weird uptick lately in Knight Rider merchandise. I don't know why,
Dude, there's a
but like
documentary coming.
I know that I know who's doing that. The documentary is for those who are interested. There's a YouTube channel called the Knights Historic Society, I think,
Yeah. It looks
and
good, by the way.
these guys are huge fans. Like they actually have gotten like two of the original cars from the series that was still operational. They was able to not only find but restore the original the pickup, the tractor trailer, the mobile base. They have done interviews, like they just did a recent interview with Patricia McPherson, who played Bonnie on the show. Um, there's a there's a huge love still for Knight Rider, and seeing some of the I guess you could say replicas that they're putting out of Kit
Yeah.
are just disgustingly fucking wonderful. And if I had the room, my wallet would die a thousand deaths. But thankfully, I don't have the room for some of those replicas.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Um,
There are a lot of really good models and statuettes and things like he's saying.
yeah,
There were a lot released and it really looks cool. And that's something you need to go watch like a video on. That would be I would have to do the whole show on that actually, but it's really cool.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it is cool.
Because I was telling a friend of mine, because one of the streamers he watches, he has decided to buy an old Trans Am and convert it to a kit car. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's easier now than it's ever been,
So easy. You can buy everything now.
and
Yeah.
like it not only that, but the quality, man, like
Yeah.
of the parts have been so improved. And one of the group sites, oh, there's a group called the Knights of England over in the UK, huge Knight Rider fans, and I hope they live stream this. They have a replica kit and a replica car that they're gonna race in about 3 weeks at one of their racetracks out there.
That's cool.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we need that. We need that live stream.
Yeah, no, but you're right. Knight Rider is having a resurgence, interestingly. and of course that's good for the Hoff. But let me cover a few things that this article we're going to look at here won't talk about because it's not the big Marvel deal. However, one, if you're a Gundam fan, there's a new anime coming, being created by the guys who made Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. I saw a teaser for it. Holy shit! If you're a Gundam
Looks good,
fan,
huh?
look, it's one of the cleanest. I think it's AI, but it's the cleanest CGI I've
Oh,
ever
bro,
seen.
that what AI is gonna do for mech shit, bro,
Holy shit, dude!
bro.
It looks
Like
really
it's gonna
good.
be better than the golden age of the mechs of the mech animes and stuff. It's gonna be because that stuff takes a long ass time to animate, right? Really good mech stuff because all the the intricacies and the articulation on a mech is a pain in the ass if you want to get good animation out of it.
Yep.
But AI can do it instantly.
Yep.
So yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
It looks really good. But so you got that if you want to go find that. But it was really cool. Another thing, Marvel's Wolverine video game had a lot of pushback because they had girl power, girl boss Jean Grey in it, and it was kind of pissed everyone off. So they came out with a new story trailer for it, and it only made things worse.
Yep.
So there's that. Um, you also have the Lanterns, the TV show, and it's getting
Yep.
a lot of hate. And the reason it's getting a lot of hate is because it doesn't look anything like Green Lanterns.
Correct.
But that is that.
That is par for the course for Mr. Gunn.
Sure.
I don't know when we're ever if we're ever going to get one of the great things about the Wolverine Deadpool movie is Ryan Reynolds taking the absolute piss out of all these stupid retarded Hollywood executives who insist that you can't have comic accurate costumes on most of these people because for whatever reason they believe it'll make it look silly. Well, no, not if you design it well. So I still don't understand why James Gunn insists upon not giving us good-looking costumes, like in any of his movies. I'm trying to think. Think about it. When was the last time he had a really good character design in his movie?
Well, because he's a snarky edgelord pervert. That's why.
Yes, correct. And it's a shame because he's had some of the ones with some of the coolest designs that you could play around with.
Easy.
And he's just mostly just made them boring. Just real boring, real bland.
You got to dirty him up.
Yeah, you make them all dirty and covered in shit, looks like. And then you have this new Spider-Man movie. I'm back to it, apparently. And everybody loves his costume in that. They say it's one of the best costumes, maybe the most comic-accurate costume they've ever done.
He's back to making his own costumes by hand again, which is nice.
Yep. Nice and colorful, which is nice. I would really hope Marvel brings the color back into their palette. That'd be nice. Yeah, no, that's a good thing.
And another thing James does that many people do in the woke Hollywood media world, they take girls and they make them annoying frat bros. You see,
yep.
Like Supergirl, perfect example. She's an annoying frat boy. She's a boy.
Yep.
And sometimes that annoying frat guy character can be great as a comedy, a comedic extra, right?
Right.
That it can work. We've seen it work. John Belushi is perfect at that. However, not for your lead, not some little teeny girl. What are you doing?
Right.
But that's what they do. Anyway, you got that. You also, for those of you, I've never seen this show, but I know it's a lot of people love this. Futurama season 14 is coming.
Why?
I don't know why, but because
why is it the show that will not die?
Yeah, it's coming back.
It dies, it comes back. It dies, it comes back. I don't understand. I just don't understand. Back in the day, Futurama was fun. It was fine, but it wasn't anything to lose your mind over, right? And it's just they keep bringing it back. I don't understand. It must make money. That's the only thing I can expect. I can
like it.
They must make money.
Yeah. So, but it's just I thought I'd announce it because I know it is popular with a lot of people. I've never seen it.
You just reminded me. I posted this in the general chat, Chester. I am excited for this.
Okay.
Oh, what we got?
Let me go check.
Here's something you can.
The Liberace scale. Oh, Solomon
No,
Grundy.
below
Oh,
that.
yeah. This is Mezco. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we mentioned, and really, you just have to go there. I just checked it. There is a website that has every statue, and it goes on forever, and model and everything like that that was released at Comic Con. But like I said, my whole show would be that basically. Um, so but go look at it because there's some really cool stuff. And this Solomon Grundy, that is nice, dude. Look at that. And it's a mixed media
Yeah.
too. And this is an action figure as well. Look how good that is.
Yes. Oh, Mezco makes some good shit. If you
Miss,
if you have the money, I have a couple of Mezco figures. If you have the money, they're very nice.
yeah. And I
If
mean,
you're
the
into
mixed media
collecting,
and the new way they're doing action figures, dude, it blows away what I played with a kid. It's so
oh yeah.
the level is so you can't even compare it. It looks great.
Well, the only sad thing I say about that is because they've gone so hard on the collector's market,
Yeah.
is that there's not much there for kids.
No,
Like
that's
as
true.
far as
That is true.
getting in, it's like, man, like a basic bitch transformer now costs $25, and I'm like, when I was a kid, man, for $25 got me 5 toys from the fucking store.
That's true. But times have changed. Inflation is real and it's out of control. Nevertheless,
It is.
yeah. But definitely go check that stuff out if you're into collectible toys and stuff like that. Um, Now, I know that Thundero's going to hate this because it's John Cena, but the Matchbox trailer dropped. The actual Hot Wheels Matchbox. And it looked kind of fun, kind of. But it is
You're
John
still
Cena.
showing Solomon Grundy, by the way.
Oh, I'm not showing. I'm talking about what I'm going to do.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were.
No.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm on this. We're on the same page.
Yeah, I'm covering stuff that is not in the article. So you have to look at
I'll
it.
be honest with you. I don't dislike John Cena necessarily as an actor. Most of the time, when I watch something he's in, it's fine, or
Yeah.
even sometimes it's pretty good. It's it's a personal beef with me and him in pro wrestling, but but yeah, no, like that movie. What the hell's the name of it? That he did with Idris Elba, where he's the president and Idris is the prime minister. That movie's fun. It's a good time.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I think you'd like it. It's pretty fun. For instance, right? Like, so he can when he gets he needs a certain. He's got a certain niche that he does very well, and I think when he's allowed to do it, he can do things that are fun. None of it's good. Cena's not that guy, just like The Rock's not that guy, just like Batista's not that guy. They're never going to be great actors, right? Like as the art of acting, they're never going to be great thespians. But that's not so. So what? Why do they need to be? They can be entertaining regardless. And I do think when it comes to a lot of their work, they largely are. And honestly, I'm trying to think. What was the last time I saw a movie with Cena where he was the bad part of it? It's been a while.
He's
It's
funny.
been a long
He
time.
does comedy
Yeah.
well. He does comedy well.
And he doesn't take himself seriously in acting, especially. Like he knows he's not some great actor. I don't think he has a big ego about it. I think he just has fun with it.
Well, he needs to go talk to Dave Bautista is what he needs to do. Because
Yep.
damn, that guy thinks he's an artiste now.
Oh well, Dave is a pretentious jackass. He always has been.
That's true. That is true. Anyway, you got that. William Gibson's Neuromancer. They've turned into a movie for some reason. I saw the trailer. It's god awful. God awful. So, but some people do love Gibson's Neuromancer stuff, right?
Right.
There we have as far as my brain is telling me, the third remake of Carrie.
Oh Lord.
And it looks horrible. And it's like, why? You guys just remade that, less than 10 years ago?
Well, maybe I'm in the minority. I think the original Carrie was kind of horrible.
It worked though.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Movie, though.
Is it a horror movie? What's the horror? She just snaps and starts going crazy. Like, where's the horror? Is my point.
Well, okay.
Like that's what I don't know what it is. What is this movie? Is it just a revenge movie? Like, what are we doing?
It is. That's exactly what it is.
And that's fine. It's just I don't know. It's not for me, I guess. But again, that whole genre isn't really for me. If it's not super psychological, I'm not interested.
But why remake it again? They just remade it horribly, by the
It's
way.
not even that. It's never even made that much money.
I have no
You know what I
idea.
mean? Like, it's not like one of those big ones who, was raking in the money. So I don't know. I have no answer for you. I have no good answers for you on this one.
We got a new adult animated movie from Brad Bird, his Ray Gun series, which I think that article does talk about. Of course, they showed off some new stuff for the new Resident Evil, which is taking it's a very different take.
Yep.
Let's see here. We got Onslaught, Spaceballs, of course. We have Guillermo del Toro is converting his Pan's Labyrinth to a 3D without AI. Why? Okay,
What do you
let's
think
see.
about if they let a younger, not now because he's kind of old, but a younger Del Toro get the Odyssey? Play around with that. I think you'd have made something magical.
Oh yeah,
Anyway,
I
it's just a
agree.
thought because you mentioned him. I've been thinking about that because when you watch like that the Hellboy stuff, whew, whew, it's beautiful.
Sure. No, he has a vision. One of my favorite movies of his that no one talks about is Mimic.
Yep,
It's
yep,
so
it's
good.
very good.
And
Very
then
nice.
everything else is pretty much Marvel crap. There's some Scott Pilgrim thing coming out,
Oh
which I
God,
never cared about. Um, Marvel is coming out in the new Indiana Jones comic book. Oh, dude, did we just mention a comic book for Comic Con? That's the first time.
wait a minute,
Hold on a second.
wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute. That's not allowed.
That's
Who
not
did
allowed.
this?
Who did this? We got more Last Ronin come Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which that's Raphael, right?
No, it's Mikey.
It's
Michelangelo.
Mikey.
Michael, that's Mikey.
It's Mikey, yeah, okay. But so there's
It's
another comic.
it's there was always the running, I guess, gag. I don't even know what you call it or whatever. That Mikey's the best, but he doesn't focus. Right? He's such a goof.
Yeah.
Hmm,
And the last Ronin is basically what
bad.
happens if he focuses.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of toys, once again, there's a lot, guys. If you're interested in that stuff, go look at it because it's a shit ton. But a
You know what?
whole line that came out at Comic Con was for the new Fighter movie. It's coming out this fall.
Oh yeah.
They look good too.
They're pushing it. They're
Yeah.
pushing that Street Fighter movie, boy. I tell you what, it's everywhere. I see it all over. It was all over SummerSlam. It was all over it for ads
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, no, they absolutely. Lego is coming out with a new Star Trek series as far as Lego, but they're also going to be making Lego Star Trek, which is interesting because they've
That is
done Star
interesting.
Wars as far as their little animation, but they're doing Star Trek. But they also have a lot of new kits coming out. A lot of toys from Avenger Doomsday. Hot Toys did those, and they do look good, dude. Um, there's just so many things that are happening here at Comic Con that are not what I'm about to talk about. But let me get into it, which is what we talked about last week, right, Grimlock? How much interesting stuff was happening.
Yeah.
And you made a really good point, Thundero. It actually felt like Comic Con for the first time in a
Yeah.
long time, dude.
It was nice. It's a nice feeling. I still say I'm going to stand by it. I think Doomsday is going to be a huge success. Whether or not it's going to be a good movie, we'll see. But I think it's going to make tons of money, hand over fist.
It's just for those of us who know the lore, it is irritating.
Yes. Well, the same thing with the Spider-Man movie. A lot of the decisions they make are just frustrating. Like, what are you doing? Why? But I just think Spider-Man is proving the point. They're going to learn the wrong lesson from it, just like they did last time, though. But Spider-Man is proving the point that there is still the audience is still there. They will still come out. They will still come pack these theaters if you give them what they want. People want Spider-Man, and people do want this Doomsday movie. Now, I'm not those people. None of us in here are probably those people. But normies, yeah, they want it. Like crack, they want it. So I think it's going to make tons of money.
It probably will. And of course, Ryan Reynolds showed up and did a little bit of joking with the fans in Hall H. He's going to be in the movie. which is interesting because we know he's had a very serious falling out with Marvel.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, they keep trying to say like he's not going to be in there, but I can't imagine him not.
Is that
being
actually a still from Doomsday? What we're looking at right here?
I don't know.
I think so.
Because that looks fucking sick.
does.
That
I
looks
think
good.
that is the armor he is wearing in the movie.
Yeah,
So
it is.
That's good. That looks clean. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I mean, he needs to be bigger. He's way too damn small, but at least he looks good.
Chester, I know you've seen the Iron Studios of that with the throne.
Yeah, it
That
looks
shit
great.
looks.
Yeah, Dr. Doom
Doom's such a fun character. I'm gonna say it. I think Doom's the best character overall that
You know
he
what?
made. I do.
I just had an idea.
From appearance to everything. I think Doom's the man.
He is cool,
Chester.
but unfortunately, we're getting angry Tony Stark instead of Victor Von Doom. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Chester, I got a great idea. We get an old 1960 Chrysler Imperial.
Uh-huh.
We paint it in that green, and we take that statue, and we put it in the back seat as like the centerpiece instead of like the back panel. We cut it out and put that statue in.
I like that. I like that.
Um,
Yeah, no, I would love to one day potentially be alive to see Victor Von Doom in all his glory in a movie. I just don't think it'll ever happen.
Should have been Henry Cavill, goddammit.
It should have been, and he would have crushed it. He would have murdered that bitch. But no, we're not getting that. We just never will. It's the same thing with Lex. For whatever reason, these people who write these movies, I don't know if it's some fucking psychopathy or something in their brain or what. They just cannot understand a megalomaniac.
they don't get the
They
character,
don't get it.
and it's probably
Well, they don't get megalomania.
Well,
They don't.
Well,
They
because they're
try to
narcissists, so
justify
they're not
it.
that far away.
But dude,
That's exactly it.
the animators get it though. If you want to see a good
Yes.
Doctor Doom or a good Lex Luthor, go watch the animated stuff because it is good. Anyway, tons of Doomsday shit, of course. Black Panther 3, where you talked about. I don't know.
You know what?
It's a black dude.
You know what's funny though? Black people are mad at this
Why?
Of course they are.
because when I told them before that the plan was always to get rid of T'Challa, they didn't fucking listen. And now that they see that why couldn't you just recast T'Challa? Now people are defending that bullshit in the second movie. Oh, well, they did a funeral and they paid tribute to T'Challa and Chadwick. It's like, no, motherfucker. The plan, and it came out of Kevin Feige's mouth, the plan was to move the MCU to be more female-centric in Phase 4 and 5. He said that shit. Chadwick dying made it convenient, and they wrote it off because they thought that they was just going to accept a female Black Panther, and when that shit didn't work out, they're like, oh, well, we can't go back and give them what they actually want, so we'll half-ass it.
Yeah, well, they get T'Challa Jr. with Ryan Coogler directing, so I'm sure
It'll
they'll
bomb.
make money.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think enough stupid white people will go watch it
Maybe,
because
but
they have to prove that they're down for the cause.
Yeah, but the original Black Panther made money because of the black community, though, because that wasn't a very good
Yeah,
movie, but they latched onto it.
Well, yeah, but it was propaganda like hell, but at least it was.
It was the first black superhero ever in the history of the world.
No,
Chester. That's why.
Really, no.
Yeah, just ask them. They'll tell you. There's people who will legit tell you that to your face. 100%.
My goodness gracious, that's stupid. Now do keep in mind that Ali has announced that the Blade thing is completely dead and done. It's done. Okay.
And at this point, that's for the best for everybody involved.
It is.
Yeah.
Because there is a little wrinkle in this that I didn't know initially that I know now. Originally, Marvel went to Wesley Snipes and said, "We want to do this," and Wesley said, "Fuck off."
Go fuck yourself, Disney. That's what he told
him. Went to Ali and he said, "Fuck off." And then
Because
Ryan
they have,
Reynolds here came up and said, "Dude, we're doing this. We want freaking Blade." And he said,
We want the
"Did
real
listen
Blade.
to it."
Yep.
Right? That shows you everything you
Mhm.
need to know right there.
Yep. Yep.
well, that's
Well,
because
also Wesley doesn't. From what I remember, I could be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure Wesley is not a fan of Disney. They don't see eye to eye on a lot of stuff. This other movie was pretty much just his movie, and Sony and Disney was just getting some piece of it, basically.
Well, 'cause
So
he
he's
said
like,
the
yeah,
endings were
and
gay, so you know.
yeah, well, that and he got to just be Blade. There was no fuckery. There was no bullshit in that movie. He's just Blade from beginning to where last we see him, and everybody approves because he was right. There's only one Blade. There's only going to be one Blade. Looks like he was right.
And he was right, and
Well,
they even
that's-
said that in the movie. Of course,
Yep.
Deadpool and Peggy Carter being Doomsday don't give a shit. Ghost Rider we already talked about. This is interesting though, right here, because
Mm-hmm.
we know God of War, Lao Fei got nothing but huge, huge pushback because it's God of War, but you don't have Kratos. You put some chick, and then it's a pretty girl. Actually, it made her ugly.
Yeah, they
People
made
are
her
just
ugly,
pissed. So
made her
they came,
insufferable.
yeah. So they came out at Comic Con, and they're trying to still the water by saying, "Oh yeah, guys, but we got another thing we're working on. We're working on another one that's connected to the God of War series. Connected.
we
They're
don't
not
care.
helping. They want Kratos. What's wrong with you?
You know what people really want? They want God of War.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people like the Dad of Boy games, and I get why. They're not bad games. They're not. They're just not God of War. I bet you they put out a classic style God of War with Kratos, or did like a proper remaster of one of the original games.
like the old
It would
Wolverine
make
game, dude. Oh, dude.
crazy money.
Imagine if they
Stupid money.
the Wolverine, the good Wolverine game. They took that
Mm-hmm.
formula and they did God of War. Holy shit, dude.
Yep.
That would be.
But we don't
epic.
get that. We get a man. I spit my gum. Going through a damn midlife crisis, talking about his son, talking about his how he's changed for the better because of his son. Fuck off, bro. Nobody wanted God of War to be about his son.
No.
About him being a dad.
No.
The whole point of it was he has daddy issues.
They don't get it.
That was a great.
You know
But
who
it's
gets
just
it though?
yeah.
You know who gets it? Doom
Who
guy.
gets it? Tell me.
Doom guy gets it.
He does.
Those guys over there at Doom, they know the formula, dude. They don't change it up. Doom guy's Doom guy.
Yep, he's just
Kills
out here
demons.
killing demons.
That's it.
That's you know what. Yeah, you know what else he does, Chester? He kills more demons because fuck them. That's why.
Right. That's right.
I like that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's simple.
Doom guy gets it. Anyway, lanterns. They were trying to save the day with it, and because it's been getting a lot of pushback. They did a lot of stuff with lanterns at Comic-Con, but it didn't help. It just made it worse. People are not happy about this. I personally don't have any clue. I'll
Yeah.
have to wait and see the reviews, but yeah. And there's a lot about lanterns here. There's more than just these two articles. They're really trying to save this. They're really trying to save this. Lord of the Rings, of course, Rings of Power, whatever. More stuff trying to push that, even more here. But in reality, I think lanterns had the most trying to save it. I think they've kind of reserved themselves with Rings of Power to people hate it, but they were
Yep.
given so much money they can do what they want from Jeff Bezos, so whatever. But we looked at this with this dude that is supposedly a woman, can't hunt or something, and we watched the trailer, and it's all girl power all day.
That's right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's a good way to kill a franchise right there, boy.
Well, I mean, it's Blade Runner. It's kind of overrated anyway.
It's got the yow. They once again put the yow in it.
Your favorite? They knew, Chester. I bet that guy in Japan wants her in this. It's a perfect movie for her.
And this, I know you're trying to pass yourself off as a girl, but you should have told them this clothing isn't working for me. It's not feminine
She
enough.
she looks like a linebacker. He,
She
she,
does.
whatever this thing is.
She
That's a
does.
linebacker right there.
Yeah, or he does. But whatever. Um, so we already talked about that. Avatar Aang, The Last Airbender. There's a new series coming out with this, and they're all going to be aged up, and they're bringing back
Yep.
the original voice actors from the one of the greatest animated series ever created. Avatar, The Last Airbender was amazing. It really
Yes.
was. And they're taking them now. They're all older. I guess we're not going to get all the gay shit that they did with the follow up on that other girl,
Cora.
Cora.
Yeah.
But we're getting the original guys leveled up with some kind of mission they got to do with the original voice actors. Could be cool. I mean that was I got to see it because my kids were watching it, and it was
Yep.
awesome, dude. That thing was awesome.
That last fight especially is phenomenal. I watch
So
it every
good.
now and again. Him and the fire guy is just wow. So good.
They did a really good job with it. And that's what you get when you collaborate East and West.
Well, you
But
also it's very clear they knew where they were going. Like they had a
yeah,
plan
they had a plan.
and they went there.
They did.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's much to talk about this, and for those people, this could be exciting. We'll see how it turns out. A bunch of stuff here on that. Don't care anything. Do you guys care anything? Coyote versus Acme, John Cena again.
Yeah. No, not really. It
I
looks
hope
like it might
it's
be funny.
entertaining.
Yeah, it looks like it could be entertaining, but it's like who are we making this movie for?
Yeah.
Who's this for?
They keep doing this
Well,
with shows. They keep putting them in a live action world. Just make a Looney Tunes movie, dude. Just Looney Tunes.
the thing is, they had actually scrapped for whatever reason. They was gonna write this movie off.
Yeah.
They had this movie was supposed to have come out years ago. It was this one and Daffy Duck and Porky Pig: The Day the Earth Blew Up. Those two movies were supposed to have come out like 3 or 4 years ago, and for some reason, Warner Brothers took a look at that and said, "Nah, we'll just scrap it." And then they walked it back with The Day the Earth Blew Up, but it came out in the theater, but it wasn't too many theaters, so it didn't have a lot of press, didn't have a lot of good word of mouth, so it didn't do as well as it should have. And then all of a sudden, because really this was another case of fans getting what they wanted. Fans was the ones who was pushing to get this movie released.
Yeah.
Because Warner Brothers was going to scrap it.
I see. Well, I don't know.
Which,
I have to wait.
which
The trailer didn't interest me, so
it seems like a silly, goofy, so hopefully it's actual comedy. Since Wile E. Coyote doesn't do a whole hell of a lot of talking, it's going to be more. I guess you could say physical comedy for as much as you can from a cartoon coyote.
Well, they got his lawyer is going to be doing the talking.
Yeah.
However, it does have a little bit of a Roger Rabbit feel, which isn't a bad idea.
Yeah.
But anyway, didn't really care. This right here,
Now,
never watched
I'll
King
tell you what, this movie could have been a lot better if they had Charlie Day as Wile E. Coyote's lawyer.
Yep, I agree.
Because if you have Charlie Day doing the lawyer shtick that he did on Always Sunny as Wile E. Coyote's lawyer, that's
Yes,
comedy gold.
it would be. It's a shame. Anyway, I didn't watch the last season. My wife did it, actually. She watched
King of the
it
Hill. Yeah.
just by herself. I liked the original King of the Hill a lot. But
And it actually had an ending.
yes, that. And the other issue is it's like who was this for? Was there a big clamor for more King of the Hill that I just wasn't aware of? Because I don't remember that.
It anyway.
It's good. I actually think you might like it, Chester. I think you might enjoy it.
Maybe I just never got into it. Never. I've seen a couple of clips here or there, but but people really seem to like 15th, the last season here. The Wolverine thing
I,
is, like I said, getting so much hate. This right here is Resident Minds,
I think the
and
reboot for King of the Hill's done well because of one reason and one reason only. It's because Mike Judge doesn't let companies fuck with his properties.
It keeps hard.
Yeah, that's why the Beavis and Butthead reboot went over well. That's why this reboot has gone over well because, to be honest, the King of the Hill reboot, like the behind the scenes thing, this shit sounded cursed because you had all the voice actors for many of the prominent roles just up and die, throughout the years. And,
Yep.
usually stuff like that, you're like, well, this is a formula for disaster. And turns out the season's done well. And I think a lot of that has to be because of Mike Judge.
yeah, all right, there you go. They know about it. I don't. This Control Resonance, I don't know, but I've seen several people talking about it. I just haven't watched anything yet. Uh, so maybe this is a cool video game. Um, we have Aliens Fire Team. I don't know what that is. Spaceball, of course, 2. This movie, you guys seen the trailer for the new Resident Evil?
The Code Veronica remake?
No,
Oh, you're talking about the
This is
movie.
Zach Krieger, and they're saying we want to throw it back to the very original, video game, but it's some scrawny little manlet, this kind of useless guy playing the final girl is what he is, I guess. And of course, he's cucked out because his girlfriend wants to leave him, or wife, whatever she is. He delivers organs, and he gets stuck in this like farmhouse in town that is near Raccoon City, I guess, and having a zombie or T virus outbreak. But it's like, huh? That's nothing. The original was people in a mansion. What are you talking about? It has no feel whatsoever for the original Resident Evil at all. It's just a weird take. Zach Krieger, I mean, I saw his weapons. It was fun. The last little bit was the best, but it was fine. But I saw the trailer in this, and it was like, put any other name on this other than Resident Evil, dude. What are you doing? It doesn't make
Yeah,
any
see
sense.
that's so far I think like the big point that I have seen. It's like it's one of those things where if this was anything but Resident Evil, people wouldn't have any complaints about it.
Yeah.
But because you're calling it Resident Evil, a lot of people are like, "What are you doing?"
Well, the closest thing it feels to me is Resident Evil: The Village, and of course that's not the original take at all. But I don't know, it's really weird. And this kid you see here in the image, he's such a scrawny little manlet. And look at the way they have him dressed and the way he's acting. He's even more of a cuck. He's just this frail, unmasculine, terrified little thing. He's basically the final girl. And it's like, well, that's not how you run male characters. Final girls are girls, and it works. People love it. But if you have a guy in a survival horror movie, they act different. It's not a final girl thing. But this guy, if you go watch the trailer, it is so pathetic. It's such a little manlet. I mean, look at these. What are those corduroy pants? They're oversized on him to hide his skinny little legs. I mean, Jesus, dude. It's I
I'll be back in a minute.
So bad. Clayface, I love the trailer. I think it's a standalone thing and it looks great. Any comments, Grimlock?
I don't have any real feelings about Clayface either way. Like the trailer looked good enough.
Yeah, I liked it. I think it's kind of like that Craven movie. It got bashed because it's not really Craven the Hunter. It's literally his father was Craven the Hunter, right? But
Yeah,
it's not Craven at all. But if you take that title away, it was a fun little movie. I have a feeling this is like this, and they're giving us actual Clayface, real Clayface. Remember, they were
my
kind of
my,
hinting that
my
we
only
were going to get the original, actor who just disguised himself. No, 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 we're getting real Clayface.
my only problem is, are they gonna protect? Are they gonna try to pretend like Batman is not in this world because
I doubt it.
all of those other Spider-Man movies failed because you're trying to tell a Spider-Man story with no Spider-Man, and Clayface is a Batman story. You know, whether people want to say it or not. So
Yeah, well, I mean,
it would be a
maybe
good.
they'll have a reference to Batman in there. Maybe we'll see the bat signal somewhere. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows what they'll do? However, even if they don't mention it at all, and it's just an aside thing, I like the trailer. If it is what I think it is, it might well be fun. Of course, I don't understand why. Of course, the genius scientist that's going to help him and in essence ruin him is a black lady. They always are. All the geniuses are black ladies these days. Did you not know they're the most educated demographic in America? Hmm. So stupid. They keep pushing that nonsense. We all know, as far as it doesn't even have to be female, the highest college graduating or going to college demographic on planet Earth are Asians. You dumbass.
Yeah, well, they allow the cherry picked stat of they're the most enrolled as the most educated.
It's dumb, dude. It's dumb. The number one demographics are Asians and Jews, plain and
Yeah.
simple. And white people are in the middle as usual. And then you have all the other groups below them. And actually, the black people are the lowest demographic. But they keep pushing this lie, and it's like, what are you talking about, dude?
Yes,
It's
because a lot of
ridiculous.
here's why. Because a lot of black women go to school multiple times. They'll go get some bullshit degree, and then they'll go out into the world, and that shit don't work out. And then they'll go back to college and get another bullshit degree. And because she's got 2 degrees. Yeah, look what they're in.
Yeah,
And it's like, they're the most educated.
and well, if you listen
It's
to
like,
Michelle
they're the
Obama,
most.
she'll tell you straight up, dude. The only reason that she and Barack got into Harvard was because they were black. Even she said we weren't smart enough to get in, but we got in because of that. And she said that as if it's a good thing.
Well, she's a propagandist, so she don't give a fuck.
Yeah. But we know right well in most anything that comes when it comes to intelligence, it's the Jews, the yellows, the whites, the browns, the blacks. It's always that way. And then if you change it
Shouldn't
into
it
different
really shouldn't, but
conversations, what do you say?
I said it shouldn't, but that's what happens when you lower the standards.
True, but it's just also a simple matter of the brain. I mean, it's just
Well, that's what I'm
stupid.
saying. If you didn't lower the standard, you would get a higher percentage, but a lower overall number.
Sure. But if you change the subject from, college and you change it to
Yeah,
sports, well, now your demographic shifts radically, doesn't it? And of course, it depends on the sport. That's the thing. Everybody's got their
yeah,
good, their pros and cons, dude. Everybody's got their pros and cons. But with the problem with these race hustlers, these blackity blacks, is that they want to kind of put forward that black people are the best thing since sliced bread, and they do everything great. And of course, you don't. No one does. No one dominates
which would be
anything.
fine if the community wasn't in shambles.
Well, that's true. That would be an easier argument, wouldn't it?
'Cause-
Yeah.
Yeah, because if that's the case, why does the community look like shit?
Yeah, it is unfortunate. And they keep using the word community as if no one else has communities.
Yes, because they're complete hypocrites. For as much as they complain about white people, they love adopting white liberal talking points when it suits them.
Sure. Yeah, no, and it is, and it's just kind of silly because we're all kind of in
And
the
if I
same.
could,
Yeah.
I would be running around with a fucking wooden mallet and just bashing these people like Gallagher.
Something needs to be done, and we're getting a lot of black people pushing back, a lot of noise, like that Nolan. What's his family name? The boy
The
who
Nolan
shot
Wells
Nolan
case.
Wells. Yeah, and you get a lot of the nonsense. The family, of course, they're looking to make money off their dead kid, which is disgusting. But you have a very simple
I don't,
situation.
well,
A bunch of
I
kids
don't know
dropped them.
because I haven't
Now,
seen them put up some GoFundmes or nothing like that. They're not doing what the Carmelo
no,
Anthony family did.
she did it. No, they're not as bad as that. You're right. But she did an interview yesterday because since the beginning, she was kind of letting the race hustlers do their thing and was, kind of sitting back. But I saw an interview with her yesterday. Nah, she's full on board now. She's full on board. Those white kids are.
Well, I don't. So see, here's the funny thing because I don't. Well, you've probably seen it with the Henry Novak thing, and I wonder if they have a similar thing in the states. I wouldn't be shocked if they did, where when there's some sort of racist thing, they'll have somebody from the state come over and tell you how to say shit
Maybe. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
because I saw that with the Henry Novak thing where they have these people who come from the state to tell them, oh, dude, don't make this a racial issue. Like, motherfucker, they made it a racial issue. I didn't have to do shit.
No, they did. 100% they did. This situation this situation with Nolan Wells is very simple. Whole bunch of kids on summer vacation, over 1,000 kids partying at this party area on the water at this
Mm-hmm.
little island or something. And they, of course they said it was just a white kid. He's the only black boy. No, he wasn't. There were tons of black kids out there. In his own friend group, there were black people. They lied. Everything they're doing is a lie. The sad thing with Nolan
Of
Wells
course.
is very simple. The kid went out, he got drunk just like all of them were, and he drowned. That's it. Nothing more. There's no
Yeah.
racism. His best friends are white dudes, and those guys are having to lock their doors because people are threatening to kill them.
Yep.
It's
And I,
outrageous, this nonsense. These people need to be held accountable. And that includes you, you fucking Al Sharpton. It's disgusting. There's no
Al
hint
Sharpton
of
just needs to
racism
die.
involved in this situation at all. None. There's nothing racial about it. I mean, there's a few other things like that, with the boy who killed the athlete, the black boy, he just went to jail. What's his name?
Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, Carmelo Anthony. There was clearly racism from his point, obviously. But on this
It
with
was a
Nolan
little bit,
Wells,
but
this
it was
isn't
more of
racist.
that.
I
But it
think
was also
go ahead.
with that. That was that teenage. You know the teenage Billy Badass. He ain't gonna. That
I
white
know, I
boy ain't
know,
gonna tell me what to do.
I know. And the
And on the
black
other
community
side,
has huge problem with
and,
this.
on the other side, Austin Metcalf was probably like, I'm not gonna let this black dude punk me in front of my friends.
Probably.
And it was that was teenage. It was teenage shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And I hate when people try to pretend like they forgot what it was like to be a teenager and all the stupid shit that you did as a teenager.
Yeah, but
That
Carmelo
you
Anthony
you
wanted to be a gangster. He wanted to be a
yeah
gangster.
he wanted to be Billy Badass. And what most kids don't understand is outside of Hollywood movies, in real world, the endings for Billy Badass is almost never good.
That's true. That is
You
true.
see, you watch those movies and you see Billy Badass walk away the hero, but it's like, dude, somebody wrote that.
Yeah.
In the real world, usually Billy Badass ends up in jail or in a fucking box
That's right. But the thing with
because
Nolan
there's
Wells,
always
though,
somebody more badass.
oh, of course. But the thing with Nolan Wells, there's none of that. None of it. He's a
No,
good kid. He was an athlete. He had no racism in him. He had his best
no.
friends were a bunch of white guys. He's chasing a white girl. There's no racism
Yeah,
at all involved in this. None. But yet they
I
have
think
to
it was
pull a race
just.
card.
I think it was just. Yeah, I'm with you. I think it was probably just a series of unfortunate events
Yeah,
that went
shit
down
happens.
because partying, not being careful.
Alcohol and
Again,
water do not mix, dude.
again, what I just say about teenagers doing reckless shit,
Yeah,
and I told people, I said, well, look, I said, if they had killed the kid, let's just take that angle. Let's say those three boys killed their so-called friend.
Uh-huh.
How stupid of a criminal would you have to be to give the mother the cell phone back when the cell phone could incriminate you?
Yeah, and besides all of that, black people are privileged in America, highly privileged. The police are soft and sensitive when it comes to black people. White people, they don't give a
That
shit.
was a
They go
scare.
full force.
Yeah, yeah, because they're scared of these freaking stupid activists coming
They
online.
are. They are. When we saw a group of these black activists complaining about something in some city, and they walked into like an open air restaurant and just harassing all the people, and everyone just sat there and said nothing. And it's ridiculous what they're allowed to get away with. But nevertheless, we are way off track. So let me get back on track. Uh, Clay, Walking Dead, don't care, haven't cared since season 4. Uh, you know, the ray gun thing. What is this ray gun thing? Do you know what this is?
Couldn't tell you.
It's an animated movie. We have any
Could
pictures
not
or
tell
anything? Jump me up here. Okay. Anyway, I don't know anything about that. More Star Wars stuff. Okay, fine. Animated stuff. Street Fighter. We're all looking forward to it. Eli Roth is making the Ice Cream Man, which is a remake, right? And it's got a bunch of creepy kids in it. Okay, Eli is good at horror movies, so might be cool. Adventure Time. I know nothing about this other than it looks horrible.
you. It had a following back in its time. Strangely, it's strange to say 20 years ago, but I think it was 20 years ago when Adventure Time came out. Could be
Yeah, long
wrong,
time
but I
ago.
think I never cared for it. But the people who liked it. So I mean, if if it's good and you're a fan of Adventure Time, I hope it doesn't suck.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I saw the trailer for Johnny Depp as Ebenezer Scrooge in the Christmas Carol. I hated it a lot. I can't. I hate it a lot. Not only we talked about this, and this thing gets remade over and over and over and over again, but I hated it. And I've enjoyed some of Johnny Depp's stuff. It's not like I can't stand Johnny Depp. He's done a few things I liked, but I hated this
Yeah,
trailer. Did you see it?
no,
It's weird. It's just Johnny Depp being weird. You know, I'm not a big fan of it. A lot of people like his Jack Sparrow. I don't like that series. My family doesn't like that series. Whereas a lot of people hate him as the Mad Hatter in Wonderland. I preferred that role. I think it suits him better. But
I
whatever.
liked I I liked the Pirates of the Caribbean, but also at least for the first two or three movies, it wasn't just him. Like they
No,
had a
that's
really
true.
good cast. They had interesting characters. Yes, he was the centerpiece of it, but they had some really cool characters.
Yeah,
Um,
we never cared for it very much here in the house. And that's not
and
just my opinion. My family generally didn't like it.
and his I guess the right way to describe it, his eccentric style, I think is one of those you either love it or hate it kind of things. So if you're not into that kind of thing, you're not going to be a fan
No,
of
that's
his
fair.
movies.
That's fine. But I didn't like this trailer. Thundera, you have an opinion? He's not back yet. Okay.
I don't believe he is.
Uh, this is um, this is a little sit down talking about My Adventures with Superman, which some people do like. It's an animated series talking about super dads. Of course, Superman, Homelander, and Kratos. Homelander should not be in that conversation. That is a product of rape, and then he murdered his own son. Dumbass. Um, X-Men 97 season 3 or season 2 they came out with is getting absolute hammered. No one's watching it. It's not even showing up on Nielsen. What happened? People are so excited about season 1 and they loved it. And then season 2 is just
Um,
complete bail. What happened?
well, season one was they fired the showrunner before season one even fucking premiered, so they had that fucking problem. And then it took forever for fucking season two to come out because Disney decided they was going to go back and they was going to rework what he had done because he had already had 3 seasons worth of shit completed.
Oh, really?
So they decided that they decided that they was going to go back and make some changes. And I've seen some people love it because unfortunately the X-Men is in such a state of shit right now. I said it. I think I said it before because I watched the first season. I I don't know if the second season is finished yet. I guess I'll watch. I said I was going to watch it, but it's it's so deep into it now. I guess I'll just wait till the season's complete and just watch it all at once.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can do
Um,
that. Yeah. Yeah, but
but
no one's watching it, dude. It's really, really bombed. It's a complete
well, the
reversal
thing
of
is,
fortune.
well, for as much acclaim that it got for the first season,
Yeah,
it didn't have a huge viewership in the first season.
really. Okay.
No,
Okay.
but that's also been the problem with a lot of Disney shit because they have butchered these brands so badly. And excuse me,
Yeah.
and the X-Men, it's like Spider-Man. Right now, Spider-Man is about to crush every. Think about this. We already had $2 billion movies in the box office this year with Mario and I think Toy Story. No, the Michael movie.
All right.
Um, we already had $2 million $1 billion movies, and this thing is about to catch those two movies in 2 weeks. And from what I've seen, as far as reviews, like this is like a 6 point. This is like a 7 out of 10 movie.
Yeah, that sounds about
Like
right. 6 or 7. Yeah.
like for Spider-Man fans like myself who are been still waiting to see Peter Parker, the fourth smartest person in the Marvel universe, actually be the fourth smartest person in the Marvel universe. Um, looks like I'm still going to be waiting.
Yeah. Once again, go watch the animated stuff
But
if you want correct Peter Parker.
yeah,
It is what it is. Marvel Comics. Red alert. They're actually talking about comic books. Eddie Brock is going to be Venom again. Why was he not? It's so stupid what they do with Venom. So okay, there we go. Never watched Rick and Morty, but President Curtis, I guess, is a character in it, and he's getting his own spinoff. Joy. Um, there's Amazon Prime is doing an exclusive Batman video game set. Batman Cape Crusaders season 2. Okay. Garfield Escape from Monday. It's a video game. Alrighty.
yeah. Looks like a platforming video game. If you're into
Yeah, it does.
platformers and you're into Garfield, I hope this game isn't too expensive. It doesn't look like it should be like more than 30-40 bucks.
Yeah,
And
that'll be fine.
if it's around that price range, I think it'll do well.
Sure. Kids,
But
maybe.
yeah, something you could play with the kids because back in the day that used to be a thing with video games. You could go to the video store with your kids and pick out a game, and you can actually go home and play it with them. Novel concept, isn't it?
Yeah, I enjoyed the Wii for that with the kids. Actually had grandparents playing games with them on the Wii. It was great.
See, that's cool.
Nimrods is a movie that is basically it's a rockumentary about Green Day's early years. Okay, and whatever. Sometimes those documentaries are fun. Green Day is so freaking insufferable that I don't care. I'm
Somebody
not
who
watching
used to, as somebody who
it.
used to like Green Day, like to see them just become stuck up assholes.
They're just
And,
typical
they're,
Hollywood
they're,
pricks.
and they're not the only ones. It's like a lot of those groups who, you know, Rage Against the Machine. I'm looking at you. You
Oh
know,
yeah, 100%.
the people who made their money hollering "fuck you," I won't do what you tell me. And you're like, oh, they hate the government. Oh no, they just hate Republicans. That they actually love the government. It's like that's not why I was a fan of you. I
Well,
thought you was anti-government.
they
You're
like the
just a
government if
killer.
it's working for them, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, they like the government when it's their guys. So it's
Yeah.
like, you know,
Uh,
fuck that. That's
yeah, they're insufferable, dude. They're insufferable. Fuck Green Day.
and
Fuck Rage Against the Machine.
the revisionist history of punk is like so irritating. Seeing these people, oh, punk was always this. I'm like, no, punk was a lot of things. Inclusive wasn't one of them.
No, that's the
The
whole thing.
motherfuckers are anarchists.
Yes, they are.
It wasn't liberals. They were anarchists.
They were anarchists,
There's a
completely
difference.
anarchists. Yeah. Marvel is, of course, comic book news again. New Indiana Jones comics. Don't care. I think it'll fail. Um, I don't know what the hell this is about. Grand Theft Auto 5. I don't know what that's about. American Caper from Absurd
Um,
Adventures.
is that let's see, that's what Dan Hauser right there. That is he was the former writer of the Grand Theft Auto series. He was one of the main writers. He is the reason why a lot of people are concerned about Grand Theft Auto 6
Well,
because he
he's
is not.
bitching about it and
Yet.
he's not happy with it. So,
Well,
there
yeah.
you go. He's not. This is a very negative interview from him regarding GTA 6.
Well, shit. You if they want to see negative, I don't know if you watch side scrollers or nothing, but they had was it Marty Feldman, the guy who did sound who was the soundtrack for the Halo series. Who that did he have some stuff to say this week about that bullshit remake?
Yeah. Yeah, the old guy, old hats, and this guy did Red Dead Redemption 2, which was,
Yeah,
those two games. This
that
guy
was the last. That was
really
his
does
last.
big hits.
Yeah, that was his last project with Rockstar before he left.
Yeah. He's doing a comic series though with American Caper. Interesting, Dan Hauser.
You know, hope it works out. It's the
Yeah.
dude's right, so
Legion has come out with
I
some new
know Kermit's.
handhelds like Steam Deck. Nice. And that's it. So a lot of stuff to cover. And of course, we said we were going to do that today, and we have. I did bring out some other things. We don't have much time, but well, Spider-Man will deal with the box office mojo. But damn, uh, Wonder Man, no one watched it, and season 2 is canceled. Aw, aw,
Oh, that's another one black folks was mad about.
why?
Oh,
No one watched
they
this,
can't.
dude.
Well, they're mad at. Oh, look at how Marvel treats their black characters. I'm like, oh, now you guys want to complain?
Huh?
I'm like, now
Well, he's
because
not a
now they
black
just now
character anyway.
realize.
He's
I know
Nathan
that.
Fillion is who he is.
Well, that's part of the problem is that he's not a, like you said, he's not a black character to begin with.
No.
But because these fools have allowed themselves to again become the, you know, to take to repackage old saying Malcolm X used to have about black people. He said black people allow white liberals to use them as their political football, whereas current blacks allow white liberals to use them as their ideological football.
Yeah.
And I told them about allowing these people to use you to further their bullshit. with all of these race changes, these race swaps, and all it did was set people up to fail. That show was set up to fail from the moment it was announced.
Yeah, it was just a dumb
I,
idea, wasting time and money.
and, and,
Yeah.
and look, I don't, because I didn't watch the show. Hey, the brother might have done a good job with given what he was given.
No one
That's
watched it.
fine,
That's the problem.
but the fact is, yeah, and the fact is, the moment most comic fans knew what they was doing, they was out. They was not going to watch it. I wasn't going to watch it, and a lot of people felt. And here's the other thing: Marvel has. Well, it's not just Marvel, but Disney and all of these big companies have this retarded thing of brands. They think that, oh well, Marvel is a brand, and because we slapped the Marvel name on anything, people will just go and watch. And that's not the fucking case,
It
dude.
hasn't been the case in a
Like
long time, actually, and that's a horrible
it's
win on
it's
Ben Kingsley, by the way.
it's like Thundaro said earlier about the Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man is over. Spider-Man can sell on his name. He's one of the few superhero properties that can do that. Not everybody can do that, and these people at Disney, because they had a few successes, and I'm going to say this, even though I like those movies, the success of Guardians of the Galaxy was the worst thing that happened to Disney
In a way, yeah. In a way.
because yeah, it definitely was because they thought that they could take what worked in that one film and do it everywhere.
Yeah.
They thought they could take any obscure character. They thought they could take any, they could put any setting
And yuck it up.
that they could yuck it up no matter what the setting is, and this shit does not fucking work.
No, it doesn't,
It
especially when
just
you're
does
walking
not
it
fucking
as
work.
well. It's dumb. But moving on, I just put this in here, but because of course. However, uh, they keep wanting to say that Alien Romulus was success when it wasn't. It failed horribly. But this girl, Kaylee Span, we already talked about this, but this is your new Rogue. Uh huh. This literally has no breasts whatsoever. Girl is your new Rogue. Give me a fucking break. It's unbelievable. They can't get Rogue right. The first girl who played Rogue was completely wrong as well. Completely wrong. Back in the Fox series. It was just wrong, right? And they tried to center the whole thing of making her the heart of the story. And it's like, that's not Rogue, dude. So this is dumb. However, we did get this news. Samara Weaving cast as Emma Frost in Marvel's X-Men. Now, here's this girl. She's a bit older. She's in her 30s, mid 30s. But I'm okay with this.
A lot of people, I see a lot of people have been pretty high on that casting, and because in the story she should be a little bit older, so that makes sense.
I have no idea who this girl is. Let's go see what she's done. She has 45 credits. Let's see here if I see anything that I recognize. Okay. Mm-hmm. Not a TV shit, which is normal. She was in Ash versus Evil Dead. Okay. Monster Trucks, that was a major bomb. The
Hmm.
Babysitter. Oh, she's the hot blonde in The Babysitter. All right. Okay. That's a horror movie, by the way. Um, Guns Akimbo. No one watched that. Absolute bomb as well with Daniel Radcliffe. She plays the hot girl. All right. The sequel to Babysitter. Snake Eyes. That's not the one I'm thinking of. That's the other one. Okay. Chevalier. Don't know. She was in. She shows up as a background character in a bunch of shit, huh?
Hmm.
Interesting. Of course, she's playing Emma Frost. Yeah, whatever. Okay, fine. She has some experience. She has experience being an absolute bitch in high heels, which she needs to be. So I'm okay with this casting. This, hell no. Okay, hell no. Paramount is getting a lot of problems because they're making a Nightmare on Elm Street. But because they own the rights somehow, they can't do anything beyond the first movie because they don't own the rights to that. But they're doing their own Freddy remake. But a lot of people say, "Oh, you're just going to copy the first," and they're like, "No, we're going to do something different with it." And then of course Warner Brothers is coming out with their own Freddy to counteract it, which is weird because Warner Brothers is getting bought by Skydance. So I don't know what the hell that is. Isn't it weird how you have a company you are purchased, but yet they're fighting against the purchaser? It's like, are you an idiot?
Yes.
No, okay, fine. Eric says Wonder Man was great. It was so different than anything they had ever done. I wasn't going to watch it, but gave it a shot. Yeah, that's the problem. Is it good or bad? We don't know. It's just nobody's watching it though. It's really bombed. I mean, it's a huge. Many people don't even know it exists. I think. Anyway, that Shang Chi, like, oh yeah, we're gonna make a second one, but we need your help. Go tell the industry you want it. No, I won't. I won't. Don't want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
As a matter of fact, I will let them know that I don't want it.
no, no. Let's not do that.
I think
Yeah.
Simu is a. I think Simu is a fucking. What's the nicest thing I can say about the
Asshole,
little fucking imp?
woke asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even woke asshole. He is so. He has his head so far up his ass. I am convinced that what sits on top of his head is not hair.
Huh. My wife calls him the salary man because he looks like an office worker.
He does. He looks like he should be fucking, putting together a PowerPoint presentation for Monday.
Yeah, he just doesn't have that je ne sais quoi for that role.
Yeah.
And they could have found some dude who did. So, but they didn't. They want this wokey. Because he's woke, I'm sure. That's why he got the job. But nevertheless, don't care, thank God. And then that brings us to Box Office Mojo. See, I got it done in time.
Hmm.
I did. There we go. All right, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Holy crap, dude. The weekend's technically not even over. That's $1 billion in one weekend. Holy crap, dude. Unbelievable. What a banger. And they say no one wants to go to the cinema anymore. No, they want to go to the cinema for things that are enjoyable. Because look at that. That is insane. Is Thundero back yet?
No, I don't believe he is.
Yeah, he got pulled away from something like GOP. But dude, this probably got to roll on $2 billion.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's one weekend, guys. One weekend. They've already made their money back. 500 million, I guarantee it covers all their costs. Because Sony is a little bit more tight to the belt than say Disney is, or many of the other ones.
And they,
So they
and they
did try
probably
to
didn't
keep
do
the
as many
budget back, I'm
reshoots.
sure. Huh?
Then they probably didn't do as many reshoots.
Sure, probably. But I'd imagine that being as it's Sony, it's probably closer to 300 million as far as the total cost. So this 500 million in pocket. So they're in the black already, dude. Wow, what a weekend. They must be absolutely elated. I'm gonna have to watch it. Maybe I'll even go to the cinema for it.
I mean, and just think the international is almost double the domestic, and that's freaking
Well,
that's freaking insane.
UK,
The
China, India, it was an absolute smash hit in those countries. I checked it out earlier. Absolute smash hit. So yeah, this is money, dude. Money, money, money. Let's see how the Odyssey is doing. Yep, this is pushing on $1 billion too. Unfortunately, Toy Story, yeah, already over $1 billion. Makes sense. Minions and Monsters didn't do as well. Moana, as comparison, that's a bomb. They lost money on that. Let's see here. I Want Your Sex. What? Elliot lands a job for Erica Tracy, whoever that is, as her sexual muse. Okay, Magnolia? Magnolia is putting out a sex film. Huh? That's weird, dude. Magnolia Pictures makes like slice of life dramas for old ladies.
I guess not.
I don't know.
Somebody's your turn.
Maybe she's a really old lady. Let me see if I get a closer look. Maybe she's a really old lady with some young stud, and that's what the play is. I don't know. Evil Dead Burn.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Spider-Man was packed. Every theater I tried to get a ticket for, jam-packed. It was hard to find two tickets together. The theater I haven't seen in years. The parking lot jammed full. It was crazy.
That's good though.
Yeah, it was good. Good. Now, I will say one thing about the movie that I didn't care for. Do you know who Captain Jean DeWolf is?
Yeah.
She's in it.
Why?
But they race swapped her.
Of course they did.
They race swapped another ginger.
Another ginger. Oh, nah, they can't help themselves, dude.
Yeah, but it was good. Otherwise, I enjoyed it. I had fun.
Yeah, most critics are saying it like it. We said earlier, it's like 6, 7. It's fine. Good popcorn film. Good
Yep.
time. And I'm assuming it didn't have so much woke stuff in it. Otherwise, they'd be ragging on it, and I haven't heard anything. So
Not that I noticed. No,
Yeah.
not really.
although I wish they would get over the Zendaya fake MJ stuff, please.
Yeah, they're going to.
Yeah, let that
Yeah.
go and give him, something better, please.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But nevertheless, Evil Dead Burn, not great. I mean, for them, I doubt they spent more than 10 million on this. So they probably are in the red. In the black, but I don't know why it didn't do better.
Couldn't tell you.
Samurai and the Prisoner. What'd your wife think of Spider-Man?
Oh, she didn't go see it. Me and my best friend did.
Oh, I see. She didn't care much for Spider-Man.
And he's not a comic book guy, but he loves the Marvel movies.
Yeah, they are.
And my comic book. But yeah, he enjoyed it too.
That's cool. So not much going on. Spider-Man owns everything. But the top 3 here, billion-dollar movies, all 3. And the Odyssey, I'm surprised that it's doing as well as it is, because I've heard nothing but bad press about it, and even from the Wokies.
Even from the good reviews.
Yeah, everyone hates it. It's boring. The acting's horrible. The accents take you right out of the thing. I've heard nothing positive about it at all. But yet,
Nolan has a huge fan base.
I guess he does.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous, though. But we'll see. I know that Elon Musk offered Mel Gibson $100 million to make his version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And all right, I'd watch that. I don't think it'd make money, but you never know.
No.
This made money. But anyway, that's what I got. Perfect timing, because I got to go to work. Thundero got busy into something. But nevertheless, keep in mind this week we have Drawn and Quartered on your Thursday, my Friday, and we are doing what, Eric?
Movies from 1986. There's a billion of them.
1986 movies. It was a great year for movies. So that's going to be fun. I hope everyone gets eclectic about it. You know what I mean?
I think so. I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah. See a lot of different things, a lot of different takes. So that should be fun. And of course, next week we'll be back to our normal schedule as usual. We also have Drawn and Quartered, not Drawn and Quartered. We have Bugbear's Basement here in a couple of days, where we're running Puffin's Feral. So you can come back for that if you like. But other than that, Grimlock, you got something to say to the folks?
Oh no, I think we covered just about everything. Here we're into August. We're almost 3/4 of the way, folks.
We are. That is true. Would you like to say something, Eric?
No, I ain't got nothing.
Excellent. And Thundera, namaste, please. Real men have lightning coming out their dicks. Namaste.
That would hurt.
That would hurt a lot. Yeah. Later, everybody.
It's one hell of a piss, though.